Well, good evening, everyone, and we welcome you to Eggers Stadium in Van Wert, Ohio for the Western Buckeye League game between the Van Wert Cougars and the St. Mary's Rough Riders. I'm Joe Hurlbert. I'll be calling all the play-by-play action of tonight's contest. Alongside me is Zach Farrell. And Zach, I tell you something. I've done a lot of games in a lot of different places over the years, but I've never done one from the All Glaze Equipment Rental Skybox. And we want to give a shout out to Greg Broyles for helping get us here in this location. But I tell you what, it's a beautiful night for football. We, from our viewpoint, have to wait about another 15 minutes for the sun to go down. But other than that, it's shaping up to be a good night for football.
That's right. We're in a lift, a forklift here on the visitor side of the stadium. This is just 2020 all bundled up here, and this is how it's going to go here. So thanks to Rich Spencer, Doug Spencer for getting this set up for us so that we were able to bring Rough Rider football on Rider Nation Station. We also, just a little housekeeping, we are not plugged into the scoreboard tonight, so we're going to have to try to keep everybody at home updated of the time of the game and the down and distance. We'll try to do that as much as possible. Right now, it's a little tough to see the scoreboard, so but that'll be fixed here in 10-15 minutes when the sun goes down. But very excited for the opportunity that we have here, and that again, here we are, and still playing football.
Now, while we got an opportunity, we're going to give a special shout out to the folks here at Van Wert, Athletic Director Trent Temple, and the Superintendent Mark Bagley for helping us get on air tonight. So we appreciate those folks and all the help that they did
Absolutely.
To get us on the air tonight. So we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to take a look at the Van Wert Cougars for tonight's contest. We'll do that and more as we come back to Eggers Stadium in Van Wert right after this.
Sometimes you just don't want to get out of your car. That's why TSC has made it easy for you to pay your bill. We have drive-up payment drop boxes at our St. Mary's and Wapakoneta offices. Just pull in, drive around, and drop off your payment. Just one more convenience to show you how much we appreciate you.
TSC, give us a call and see. It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
St. Mary's American Legion Post 323. Veterans serving veterans, as well as veterans serving the St. Mary's community. You're always welcome to stop at the Post, especially on Football Friday nights to watch the live stream of Rough Rider football. Post 323, a true friend of veterans, St. Mary's, and Rider Nation Station.
American Manufacturing Solutions is proud to invest in St. Mary's and proud to sponsor Rough Rider football. Think AMS, think logistics, done right. AMS is your complete supply chain solutions provider. Have electrical service needs? AMS can take care of that too. Call us at 419-300-1007 or visit us at AmericanMFGSolutions.com.
For all your insurance needs, see homegrown, hometown agent Lori Yelton and her team, Doug, Susan, and Becky, at 215 East Spring Street in downtown St. Mary's, Ohio. Be a legend. Insure your life.
If you're looking to renovate your home, former Rough Rider football standout Craig Hewer is your go-to man. Hewer Renovating is an all-phase residential specialist with over 40 years experience and an A+ Better Business Bureau rating. Improve your investment by giving Hewer Renovating a call at 419-394-8643.
Do you find yourself faced with injustice or confronted with a legal matter that you need help resolving? If so, call attorney David Walbacher at 216-225-9181. That's attorney David Walbacher for all your legal needs.
Back at Eggers Stadium in Van Wert, Ohio, Joe Hurlbert alongside Zach Farrell as we are awaiting the playing of the national anthem by the Van Wert High School Marching Band. St. Mary's Rough Riders have been on the field, and of course the arrival of the Van Wert Cougars just took place, so they'll get situated, and then we'll have the playing of the national anthem. Again, the OHSAA rule states that you cannot play the national anthem and begin the national anthem until both teams are on the field. Right now they are doing just that. They're going to pause for just a minute. They'll get things set, and then they're going to have the national anthem.
Field conditions are great tonight, Joe.
Absolutely.
No wind, maybe a little breeze, but nothing that's going to affect anything. 60 degrees on the field, I think, or around there.
Something like that. Well, they're going to play the national anthem, and we're going to take a break. We'll come back and take a look a little bit at the Van Wert Cougars right after this.
Mary's Pizzeria and Pub has partnered with Rider Nation Station this season so that every Friday night, Guaneri's can be Rough Rider Football Central. Guaneri's will be streaming Rough Rider football live every Friday night at 7, paired with your favorite Rider aid. Make sure to call and make your reservations now to ensure yourself a good seat. Call Guaneri's at 419-394-2244 and make your reservation today. And go Riders!
Ogilvy's Equipment Rental is your source for all your equipment needs. Whether you're a contractor or a homeowner with a project, we can help get the job done more efficiently. Check us out at 1900 Salina Road or oglazeequipmentrental.com or just call 419-394-7883. Oglaze Equipment Rental.
Whoa.
I guess that means go. Well, we welcome you back to Egress Stadium, Van Wert, Ohio. Joe Hurlbert, Zach Farrell. The Van Wert Cougars, Zach, come in tonight with a record of 3 wins, no losses. They're under the head coaching direction of Keith Recker. He's done a fabulous job so far getting this Cougar team off to a quick start. Of course, they've got some outstanding athletes. And when we're doing that, we're looking at quarterback Owen Treese, senior tailback Nate Jackson, and Drew Johnson. So when I talked to Doug Fry earlier this week in the Doug Fry Show, he talked about the experience that they have at the skilled positions. And there's 3 of them right there that will be doing a lot of calling of their names before tonight's over.
Yeah, Joe, that's Van Wert Cougars come out with a shotgun offense. Sometimes they spread it 5 wide like a kitten type of offense. Sometimes they put 1 back or 2 backs back there, and they mix it up very nicely. They run a lot. The quarterback too is hate to say their whole team, but he's a very integral part of their offense. He will run, he will pass, and they'll mix it up with the senior split end Drew Johnson running back, and also the junior tailback Nate Jackson, and then they've got some pretty good receivers too. They'll get the ball out to those guys and really spread it around. That's why they put up 34 points on Wapak last week.
And for sure, the Rough Rider defense will get their test tonight because they'll see it from every direction. They'll see it through the air. They'll see it on the ground. And one thing about Owen Treese is that he is a very capable runner when he pulls the football down. I believe, if I can get my sheet here real quick, he's 6th in the Western Buckeye League in rushing, and he's 2nd in the Western Buckeye League in passing. And Nate Jackson, their tailback, is 3rd in the Western Buckeye League in rushing. So the Rough Rider defense are going to have their hand full. They're going to, and Doug Fry, when we talk about the Rough Riders Act, 4 quarters of football is what he's looking for his ball club to do tonight against the Van Wert Cougars.
Yeah, I think we all are as fans. We want to see this team put drives together, finish the drives. You know, we've seen a lot of drives this year where they haven't been able to get into the end zone, or they've let penalties or turnovers get in the way. Cleaned up the turnover bug last week, but way too many penalties and just not enough finishing of those drives. So let's see them hopefully put together 4 quarters of finishing drives, and they're definitely going to need it tonight, especially defensively against Van Wert.
Well, Brandon Bowers will do the kicking off for the St. Mary's Rough Riders. This kickoff is being brought to you by State Farm Insurance. Be a legend, insure your life. State Farm Insurance. Back to receive the kickoff for the Van Wert Cougars, I believe it's going to be Drew Johnson and Nate Jackson. Both of these 2 guys are threats to take the ball to the house. We're underway.
That's Nate Jackson back there, number 20. As you said, we're going to hear a lot about him tonight. He's 3rd in the WBL rushing, 5 TDs.
So the Van Wert Cougars will set up shop, 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line. Also, I want to give a special shout out to St. Mary's Superintendent Bill Ruane, because Bill was the one that made the contact to Mark Bagley to get this thing all set up and allow us to do what we're doing tonight. So thanks all the way around to Bill Ruane as well for making that call. Treese, and his pass was intended for number 3, Connor Pratt. Of course, Connor zigged when he should have zagged, and there was nobody home.
Yeah, we saw right there though. That's what we're going to be seeing all night. A lot of play action, sometimes handing that ball off to one of the running backs out of the shotgun, and can't forget to keep Treese in front of you because he can take off.
Absolutely. Well, the Van Wert Cougars go with a no-huddle offense. So we got Treese in the shotgun by himself. Quick pass, it goes to Ian Cowan, and good defensive coverage by the Rough Riders. When it's all said and done, we'll give him a gain of about 1 on the play. The ball will be set at the Van Wert 30-yard line. We'll call it 3rd down and 7. So this brings up an obvious passing situation, but again, with Owen Treese in the quarterback position, he can run the football. They're looking deep, and the pass is incomplete.
Ooh.
Pass was intended for Drew Johnson.
Drew Johnson had a step there on the defender, so fortunately Treese's pass was a little underthrown, and Johnson could not get his hands under it. Well, kind of got a little bit of a hand under it, but fortunately it hit the ground and fumbled away.
So that will bring up a punting situation for the Van Wert Cougars. Back to punt the football is Drew Johnson. Back to do the receiving for the Rough Riders is Tanner Howe and Dylan Troglin. They'll be standing at their own 35-yard line. Good snap and not so good of a punt. It hits at the 50-yard line and will be downed at the St. Mary's 49-yard line. Again, we apologize for not giving you the time on the clock, but we cannot see the numbers from our vantage point here right now until the sun goes down. So the Rough Riders will have the ball 1st and 10. The ball will be set at the 50-yard line.
Good field position to start your drive if you're St. Mary's here. You need to put it together and try to take some of this momentum.
Give the ball to Aiden Hinkle. Good strong run off the right side by Hinkle. We'll give him a gain of about 7 on the play. We'll call it 7.
Just a no frills dive there, Joe,
Absolutely.
From the fullback. And I think we're going to see a lot of that tonight against Van Wert. I think the coaches think that they can run right at them a lot easier than they could have maybe last week against OG.
Full house backfield behind quarterback Gavin Reinecke. He turns. It'll be a 1st down. Nice run by Hinkle. Good blocking on the left side by Brian Ward, Stosh Patterson. And, of course, the man that anchors the offensive line is center Chase Jacobs. Beside him is Ryan Davis, Morgan Sewer at right tackle, and Devin Shannon is the rider tight end. Aiden Eidenbrood will go wide to the right for the Rough Riders. Give the ball to Troglin. Troglin to the Van Wert 33-yard line before he's run out of bounds by Drew Johnson.
It's a classic St. Mary's 9 sweep there. Excellent job by the guards, Stosh Patterson and Ryan Davis. Leading guard on the left side, Stosh Patterson kicks his man out. Ryan Davis right through the hole, just like he's a running back, takes on the first blocker he sees, gives plenty of room for Troglin. If you can keep getting five yards on a 1st down for St. Mary's, you're going to be in the money all night tonight.
Quick trap right up the middle. And that was Hunter Fraley.
Brought down by 50, Jake Place, and 15, Aiden Pratt. Gain of 2, 3rd and 3 for the Rough Riders.
Tanner Howe will check in. Dylan Troglin will come to the sideline. Chase Jacobs will set the ball for the Rough Rider offense. Full house backfield for St. Mary's. We'll call it 3rd down and 3 to Hinkle, and good defensive play there. First man to get to him for the Van Wert Cougars was number 15.
Ooh, going to be a little short. Yeah, almost I think it's a little bit of a loss there, but St. Mary's is going for it here on 4th. 4th and a long 3.
Number 15 for Van Wert was Aiden Pratt. So it'll be 4th down, and we'll call it 3, a long 3 for the Rough Riders. The ball is being placed at the St. Mary's 32-yard line. Big play for the Rough Riders to keep this drive alive. Croglan sweep, plus 1 tackle, and I don't think he's going to make it.
That's very close, but no.
Nope, they're going to, official on the far side said he did not make the first down, so the ball will be turned over for the St. Mary's Rough Riders.
Yeah, disappointing 4th down play there. Not bad blocking, but Van Wert was ready for it. You saw 4 or 5 guys running down the line of scrimmage right at him. Hopefully, that's something that the coaches see, that they think about running maybe a counter or something like that. Once Van Wert starts floating so much like that on the sweeps, then you can sort of trick them up.
Van Wert Cougars will have the ball, their second possession, and Treese is going to pull the ball down. Good tackle there by the Rough Rider defense.
Joe, I can see the clock now. It's 8:50 and counting down. First quarter. Yep.
Hunter Fulton on the tackle for the Rough Riders, along with Stosh Patterson, Trace Mabry in on the play. So it'll bring up 2nd down and 9. Owen Treese in the shotgun by himself. Quick 2-step drop, and it's picked off. I believe it's picked off by number. I want to say number 8.
I think it's number 10, Joe.
Number 10, 8.
No, 11.
11.
That's Braden Hemmelgarn.
Braden Hemmelgarn back in the lineup for the Rough Riders after being, he actually was suspended for 2 ball games due to a hit incident in the very first game. So a good play, good read.
Yeah, just awesome read there by Braden Hemmelgarn, going up like he was a wide receiver, taking the ball down. And, man, that's when we have a player out for a couple games, you want to see him getting back. He was missing it.
That'll definitely make the Shap Auto Sales video highlight reel. So the Rough Riders will have the ball 1st and 10. We'll call it their own 22-yard line. Here goes Wedding. Ball's on loose, and the Rough Riders lose the football.
Oh, wow.
So a fumble by Ethan Wedding will give the ball right back to the Van Wert Cougars.
Well, we talked about it. Can't have penalties and can't have turnovers. Looking here on the replay, I was hoping his knee was down, but nope, that ball was definitely out before he even got to the ground. Can't see which defender, but it heads-up play by one of the Van Wert defenders to knock that ball out.
So it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Van Wert Cougars.
8:13 on the clock, Joe.
On the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard, 8:13 clock has stopped. I think the ball is going to be placed at about the Van Wert to 18-yard line. Treese, he's going to roll to his right, and he's got a receiver open. The ball pass is complete to number 3, Connor Pratt. Pratt's just a junior.
First out of bounds by 10, Aiden Eigenbrod. Gain of 2, 2nd and 8 for the Cougars.
Oh, we saw right there the arm of Treese able to make a pretty nice throw out there for a little out, but only got a couple yards, so you can take that if you're Rough Riders defense.
Hunter Fulton on the stop, along with Stosh Patterson, also Brandon Paul.
Great job that time by the Rough Rider defense, sniffing out Nate Jackson.
As a matter of fact, it was a loss of 1, so we're going to call it a 3rd down and 11 situation for the Van Wert Cougars.
They'd gotten a couple yards on the first down side. That's like a 3 or 4 yard loss there too. So
Treese got time. He's looking deep. He's got a man all alone. Passes to Drew Johnson, and he's to the 20, 15-10, and he'll walk on in for a Van Wert score. Boy, he was all alone at about the 45-yard line, and Treese just hit him in stride. At the 3:24 mark on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard, the Van Wert Cougars draw first blood, and they lead 6-0 with the point after coming.
I have to watch here on the replay. I think of some just confusing coverage here.
Damon McCracken will do the point after attempt out of the hold of Owen Treese. Kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 3:24 remaining in the first quarter on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard, it's the Van Wert Cougars 7, the St. Mary's Rough Riders nothing. We'll take a break. We'll come right back right after this.
St. Mary's Foundry wants to take this opportunity to give a big shout out to all our local teams, wishing them a safe and extraordinary season. And speaking of great teams, St. Mary's Foundry would like to thank its very own team of hardworking employees for their loyalty and dedication. If you're looking for rewarding challenges and first-string wages and benefits, check us out at stmfoundry.com or on hometownopportunities.com. St. Mary's Foundry, where iron and ingenuity meet. Vogel's Bake Shop, making thousands of fresh donuts daily, open 7 days a week with stores in St. Mary's, Salina, and Walpole. Also now found in Wagner's IGA in New Bremen, Minster, and Fort Laramie.
All righty, this kickoff return is being brought to you by State Farm Insurance. Be a legend, insure your life. State Farm Insurance. Back to receive the kickoff for the Rough Riders, and it's going to be a short kick. It's going to be picked up by Troglin. Troglin will get to the 35-yard line where the Rough Riders will set up shop 1st and 10.
That was an interesting looking squib kick there, Joe.
Yeah. And we talked about that in the Doug Fry show, that we're finding that teams are not kicking the football deep to Tanner Howe or Troglin, although Troglin was able to return this one. So we've got 7:18 on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard. The Rough Riders will have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line. And we've got whistles, and we've got a Dave Weilbacher attorney-at-law penalty. So the penalty will move the Rough Riders back 5 more yards.
5-yard penalty.
Well, we've seen here how the Van Wert offense can score at will, so we definitely need, as an offense, to answer here on this drive.
Pretty much the entire playing surface is in shadows. Of course, being in the All Glaze Equipment Rental skybox tonight, it's still in our faces, but that'll change here shortly. Good run by Aiden Henkel. It takes about 8 Van Wert Cougars to get him to the ground.
Yeah, I think St. Mary's really needs to stick with Aiden Hinkle up the middle here for the first couple of downs of each drive until Van Wert's able, or each first down, until Van Wert's able to show that they can stop him.
6:49 and ticking on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard. First quarter action from Van Wert. Joe Herbert alongside Zach Farrell. Reinecke to Hemmelgarn. Hemmelgarn breaks the tackle. He's to the 30. He's got to break another tackle.
One.
Good run.
He's going to score.
Touchdown.
That's a touchdown.
Touchdown, Rough Riders.
76 yards, Joe.
From Reinecke to Braden Hemmelgarn.
Well, talk about missing a player for a couple of weeks, Joe.
Welcome back. So the Rough Riders score and a chance to tie this one up.
Excellent pass by Reinecke. Hit him in stride, and Braden Hemmelgarn did the rest. Stiff arm, breaking a couple tackles.
Bowers with the PAT. It's up, and it is good. And we are all tied up at the 6:25 mark here in the first quarter. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. It's the St. Mary's Rough Riders 7, the Van Wert Cougars 7. We'll be back.
For all your sporting good needs, visit Albert Sport Goods at 121 West Spring Street, serving the St. Mary's community since 1980.
Varsity Lanes, home of the Rough Riders 2018-19 Boys and Girls State Bowling Champions. Striking up delicious food, 32 taps, Queen of Hearts, and nightly food and drink specials with a great family atmosphere. Carry out is available. Stop in and see us after the game. Go Riders! Unique Awards and Signs, here to take care of your signage, graphic award, and gift customization needs. From banners for your graduate or corporate sponsors to awards recognizing those dedicated employees or champion sport teams. Stop in at 1865 Salina Road or call us at 419-394-1612.
Brandon Bowers kicking off for the Rough Riders.
All righty, back at Van Wert,
Back deep for the Cougars.
Egress Stadium. Joe Hurlbut alongside Zach Farrell. Rough Riders just tied it up on a nice pass from Gavin Reinecke to Braden Hemmelgarn. This kickoff is being brought to you by State Farm Insurance. Insure your life. Be a legend. State Farm Insurance.
That's number 21, Drew Johnson, Joe. He fumbled the ball there and was able to pick it back up, though, and get a little bit out of it. But excellent field possession for the St. Mary's Rough Riders.
Good special teams coverage by the St. Mary's Rough Riders. We talk about it each and every week. It's the third part of the ball game. You know, you have your offense, you have your defense, and special teams play is just as important.
Certainly made a huge difference last week. Could have,
Absolutely.
make a extra point, and we're not going into overtime.
Exactly. So the Van Wert Cougars will have the ball 1st and 10. We'll call it their own 18-yard line. 6:15 remaining here in the first quarter. And that is Nate Jackson on the carry for the Van Wert Cougars.
Brought down by 6, Ethan Wedding.
Ethan Wedding in on the stop. We'll give him a gain of 6. We'll call it 2nd down and 4. Owen Treese, the Van Wert quarterback, in the shotgun by himself. He'll roll to his left. That's a lateral.
Wow. Pretty risky lateral there.
Yes, it
Had some
was.
speed on it.
20, Nate Jackson.
Nate Jackson on the carry.
Brandon Paul at 6, Ethan Wedding.
Brandon Paul, Ethan Wedding in on the stop for the St. Mary's Rough Riders. Of course, the Van Wert Cougars, with their no-huddle offense, quickly to the line of scrimmage. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Now he gets the play from, I believe, head coach Keith Recker.
Big 3rd down and 2.
Big play for the Rough Rider defense right here. If they can stop them, they'll get the ball obviously back. But here comes Nate Jackson on the carry, and he'll pick up a 1st down.
Yeah, it's really tough when you spread a defense out this much with 5 wide receivers and you have that deep threat. It's tough to say that you're not going to be able to get a couple yards when you hand off the ball there.
We'll call it 1st and 10 for the Van Wert Cougars on their own 31-yard line. Quick pass, it goes out, and it is caught by Drew Johnson. Clock continues to run on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard. 4:26 and moving. We'll call it 2nd down and 6 for the Cougars. Ball will be placed at their own 35-yard line. Glad to have you watching us tonight on Rider Nation Station, wherever you might be. Treese pulls it back down, and he's going to be close to a 1st down, but the Rough Rider defense is going to stop him short. Dylan Giesecke, Tanner Howe, Hunter Fultz in on the stop, as well as Stosh Patterson.
Yeah, interestingly, the Rough Riders have switched to a 4-man front now, so I guess they're sensing that Van Wert's going to try to run the ball a little bit more. Oh, now they're back in the three-man.
3-man front. And Jackson is going to be stopped. Good defense there by Brandon Paul. And so they're going to come up short. So we'll see what the Van Wert Cougars is going to do. We're going to call it no gain.
They're punting.
And back to receive the punt for the Rough Riders will be Tanner Howe and Dylan Trogla. They're going to be standing at their own, right around the 26-yard line.
Definitely need to watch out for a fake punt here.
Drew Johnson will do the punting for the Van Wert Cougars. And a nice high end over end punt, and they're going to let it hit. And the ball will be blown dead at the Rough Rider 34-yard line. So the Rough Riders will have the football. 2:57 remaining here in the first quarter. On the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard, we're tied 7-7. Hunter Fraley checks in at the fullback position for the Rough Riders. Gavin Reinecke also checking in as Aiden Eigenbrod. Chase Jacobs brings the football out. He'll spot the ball at the Rough Rider 34-yard line. Reinecke turns, give the ball on the counter to Troglin. Troglin hangs onto the football, and he'll cross the 50-yard line. Nice run by Troglin. We'll give him a gain of about 15 on the play.
Yeah, like I was talking earlier, Van Wert was really flowing towards the side that it looked like a sweep was coming, and that's when you can catch them on these counters. So excellent that coaches were able to recognize that. Great play call there. That's a nice little, 20-yard scamper, Joe.
Mm-hmm. 1st and 10 for the Rough Riders at the Van Wert 49-yard line. I believe Eigenbrod is wide to the right, up the middle.
29, Hunter Fraley on the carry.
Is Hunter Fraley.
Tripped up by 15, AD
So we'll give him a gain of about 3 on the play. We'll call it 2nd down and 7 for the Rough Riders. Aiden Hinkle checks in. Fraley checks out. Now Fraley checks in and Hinkle checks out.
And unfortunately, Joe, I see number 20, Ross Hinchin, on the sideline still not in uniform. So fortunately, we don't have that third fullback in there to mix things up.
But I think we're in the hands of two very capable fullbacks
Absolutely.
in Hunter Fraley and Aiden Hinkle.
Absolutely.
Troglin on the sweep, and he's going to be run out of bounds. I think they're going to at least little to no gain for the Rough Riders. Clock continues to run. Of course, the official, I don't get that at all. They run him out of bounds, but yet the clock continues to run.
Yeah, we'll have to broach that in rules of the game this week.
Agree.
But I think it's if this momentum stops while he's in bounds and then he just continues to go out of bounds, then sometimes they'll keep the clock rolling. But I don't know. It's an iffy call. I think we'll take it as I don't think we mind running the clock down, though, either, Joe.
No, I don't think so either. 1:07 remaining here in the first quarter.
That's Himmelgarn getting
Hemel
the
going on the
carry.
carry, absolutely.
Number 11, Brady Himmelgarn on the carry. Ran out of bounds again by number 9, Trey Wallach.
Well, the clock has stopped, and while we have this opportunity, in lieu of the chili supper, the Alumni Foundation are selling chicken and pork chop dinners. The cost of the dinners are $9, which also includes one free raffle ticket. Tickets can be purchased at the Minster Bank or contact Diana Pendleton or Doug Spencer by September 25th. Dinners can be picked up at the high school commons on October 2nd between 4 and 6 p.m.
Goes into the end zone.
So a nice punt by Brandon Bowers, and it goes into the end zone. So the Van Wert Cougars will have it 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's another stalled drive there, Joe. It seems like as soon as they start to figure out some of the rushes that they want to do in the plays, Van Wert's defense is adjusting nicely and flowing and able to stop some of the Rough Rider rushing attack.
Of course, Bowers punts it into the end zone. I think he ranks 2nd in the Western Buckeye League in punting. Pass is complete to Nate Jackson, and he's run out of bounds.
Tackled by 45, Braden Sullivan. Gain of 6, 2nd and 2 for the Cougars.
Brandon Paul in on the stop for the Rough Riders as he runs him out of bounds. 44 ticks remaining here on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard. All tied up 7-7. 3 receivers to the right, and Treese is going to pull it down. And good defense there by the Rough Riders.
Absolutely. Only going to get it maybe a yard or two, and that's going to bring up a 3rd and 3, 3rd and 2.
Staj Patterson on the bottom of the pile brings down Owen Treese, so we'll call it 3rd down and long 2 for the Van Wert Cougars. Treese, he'll roll to the right. And he's going to go back across the field, and he's going to get the 1st down and more. 50-yard line, and Tanner Howell runs him out of bounds, but not after he picks up a big gain for the Van Wert Cougars.
Yeah, pretty good job by the defense of shutting everything down that he wanted to do to the right side. But fortunately, when you got somebody that talented, it's sometimes making him go into a little bit of an improvisation mode is not a good thing.
Keep in mind, he is 6th in the Western Buckeye League in rushing.
Right.
Has 6 rushing TDs on the season and 9 passing touchdowns with 2 interceptions. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Cougars with 2 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. And he pulls it down and picks up good yardage. It'll be 2nd down, and we'll call it 4. But that's the end of the first quarter on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard, with the score of the St. Mary's Rough Riders 7 and the Van Wert Cougars 7. It's time now for our big Ralph Ryder replay, brought to you by our friends at Guarneri's Pizzeria and Pub, home of the signature Big Ralph Sub, Pizza, and Calzone. Give them a call at 419-394-2244. And we hope you enjoy this edition of the Big Ralph Ryder Replay.
1st and 10 at the Cougar 41-yard line. All right, offensively for the Rough Riders, Hussey Cisco, Mickey Dews, Robert Jacobson, Boysard up front. 6'1", 163-pound junior, Steve Dews, starting his first ball game of the season after missing last week. Goodwin calls the signals in the T formation. Give the ball to Swash, and they run the reverse. Jimmy Cook is to the 20, to the 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Touchdown, Rough Riders on the first play for scoring. Jimmy Cook rips it off 41 yards. The Riders are on the board. They lead 6-0.
Jimmy Cook, the ball carrier on that particular Big Ralph Ryder replay. And I'll tell you what, I think Cook eventually went on to play college football at the University of Arkansas.
Okay. And
he played out there for a couple of years, and I think he had some injuries to his knees and saw limited action. But, when you talk about a hard-nosed running back, Jim Cook was the guy. Like I said, went on to play college football at the University of Arkansas. Back to action here at Egress Stadium. Jackson on the ball carrier for the Van Wert Cougars. Brandon Paul and Dylan Giesige on the stop.
He didn't get enough for the first down,
he did
Joe.
Not.
So that's going to bring up a 4th and 1.
We're going to call it 4th down and 1 for the Van Wert Cougars. Good job by the defense for the Rough Riders.
I think you got to watch out for 2 things here, Joe. Obviously, the quarterback draw right up the middle is what I would be thinking, but I'd also worry about them faking it and trying to some pass over the top.
And that's exactly what they're doing. They're going long with it, and the ball is knocked down.
Yeah, excellent coverage there by Brandon Himmelgarn. Quite honestly, you didn't want him to catch the ball there because you'd rather take over the – oh, that was 3rd down.
That was 3rd down.
Okay,
Yep,
all right.
Now it's 4th down. So I think the Van Wert Cougars are going to go for it.
Must have had too much sun in my eyes earlier, Joe.
Well, as it's finally went down behind the stadium.
Well, they took the shot there, and Brandon Himmelgarn
they're
almost
going to
had
go
a second
for it.
interception.
4th down and 1 for the Van Wert Cougars. Treese rolls to the right. And a nice pass out to Drew Johnson. And that'll be enough for a Van Wert first down.
And St. Mary's had a lot of guys in the box that time expecting a run, and pretty smart play there to have your quarterback roll out to the right. And when you got those many guys in the box, you're only going to have one guy in coverage on your receiver. So it's pretty easy maybe to throw a little out there because you're usually playing behind the receiver. You're not trying to give them a big play.
Right. 1st and 10 for the Cougars at the Rough Rider 30-yard line. Treese pulls it down and gets the ball away, but it's going to fall short. Pass was intended for Drew Johnson. Good defensive pressure by the Rough Riders.
Excellent job getting in there and getting Treese a little nervous there, a little uncomfortable in the pocket, but great job by senior Owen Treese to still be able to find his receiver enough to not take a loss in a sack.
We'll call it 2nd down and 10. Ball is at the St. Mary's 30-yard line. 11:08 remaining here in the first half on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard. Treese will roll to the left. He's going, and he's got Johnson all alone. Touchdown, touchdown Cougars. That's the same play that they scored earlier.
Something is happening on the coverage there. It's a little hard to see in the replay on that side of the ball, but he's starting on the outside and then he's cutting across the middle like a post pattern, and somehow he's not getting picked up.
Closest person to him was Dylan Troglin, and he was at least a good 15 yards away.
And you saw him looking back like, I'm not sure I'm supposed to be on him or not.
So McCracken's point after attempt is good. So with 11 minutes remaining here in the first half on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard, it's the Van Wert Cougars 14, the St. Mary's Rough Riders 7. We'll take a break. We'll come right back right after this.
Sometimes you just don't want to get out of your car. That's why TSC has made it easy for you to pay your bill. We have drive-up payment drop boxes at our St. Mary's and Wapakoneta offices. Just pull in, drive around, and drop off your payment. Just one more convenience to show you how much we appreciate you.
TSC. Give us a call and see. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. Call TSC.
St. Mary's American Legion Post 323. Veterans serving veterans, as well as veterans serving the St. Mary's community. You're always welcome to stop at the Post, especially on Football Friday nights to watch the live stream of Rough Rider football. Post 323, a true friend of veterans, St. Mary's, and Rider Nation Station.
This kickoff is being brought to you by State Farm Insurance. Be a legend, insure your life. State Farm Insurance. Back to receive the kickoff for the Rough Riders, Dylan Troglin and Hemmelgarn. And Troglin will return this one, and he is upended, but not before he gets to the Rough Rider 26-yard line where the Rough Riders will set up shop. Trailing 14-7 on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard.
I hope that was just a change of pace there, putting Hemmelgarn back. It looks like Tanner House still was out on the field, so not injured. That's why I wanted to make sure. Now the Rough Riders need to put a drive together. Got to answer these points.
Wedding on the carry for the Rough Riders will give him a gain of 2. We'll call it 2nd down and 8.
Brought down by 7, Owen Treese. Gain of 1, 2nd and 9 for the Rough Riders.
Tanner Howell checks in. Ethan Wedding will come to the sideline, so it'll be 2nd down and 8 for the Rough Riders. Ball placed at their own 28-yard line. Reineke turns with the counter back, and it'll be Hemmelgarn. So Braden Hemmelgarn will pick up 1 on the play. We'll call it 3rd down and 7. So to bring up a potential passing situation for the Rough Riders. Clock continues to run. 9:58 remaining here in the first half.
Yeah, looking at the replay here again for that counter, number 20, of course, number 20 that we've been hearing all night, Nate Jackson for Van Wert got right in there and screwed it up.
Oh, my. Ooh. Pass was intended for Bowers. Ball's incomplete, so it brings up a punting situation for the Rough Riders, and Brandon Bowers will do the punting.
St. Mary's is trying to set up their hook and ladder there. Had Tanner Howe coming out of the backfield, and Brandon Bowers is ready to throw it to him. And probably might have been a pretty big play because I didn't see a lot of anybody following Tanner Howe out of the backfield. But fortunately, just a little miscommunication there between Bowers and Reineke.
Owen Treese back to receive the punt from Bowers. Nice high punt. He calls for a fair catch. Comes up, and he'll take it at the Van Wert 40-yard line.
Risky fair catch there. Was hoping for a muff punt or something there, Joe. But defense now is going to have to step up. You do not want to get down 2 touchdowns against Van Wert. I think we're kind of feeling the momentum a little bit, the energy coming out of the St. Mary's sideline. We need to need another turnover, some sort of big stop here before the half. I think you go into the half tied, you're pretty happy at St. Mary's right now.
Absolutely. So the Van Wert Cougars 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line. Treese. Nice pass out. It goes to number 3, Connor Pratt. Pratt is 5th in the Western Buckeye League in receiving. He has 10 receptions on the year for 226 yards. Has yet to catch a touchdown pass. So it'll be 2nd down. We'll call it 3 for the Van Wert Cougars.
Oh.
Well, it looked like the ball was partially tipped by Patterson, but I don't think it was. Pass was intended for Trey Laudick, but it falls incomplete.
Very nearly picked off there by Eidenbrog. Third down and 4. Big play, big stop here needed.
Jackson in motion. 3 steps, and there, Rough Riders.
Get him.
Rough Riders are going to get him.
Sacked.
And at the bottom of the pile is Hunter Foltz.
Excellent job by Hunter Foltz. Working immediately, put some pressure on the quarterback. Here's the replay. That's a 5-yard loss too, Joe.
Absolutely. So it'll bring up 4th down and 10 for the Van Wert Cougars. The ball placed at the Van Wert 40-yard line, and they'll bring up a punting situation. Back to receive the punt for the Rough Riders is Dylan Troglin and Tanner Howe.
Ooh.
Howe on the return. Gets it to the 44-yard line before he's brought down by a host of Van Wert Cougars. Hit on the stop was Cullen Dunn for Van Wert.
Nice clean hit there put on Tanner Howe by the Van Wert defender, but Tanner Howe's a pretty tough kid. Gets right back up. He's normally the one delivering that kind of a hit,
Absolutely.
so he can take it.
So it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Rough Riders. Ball will be placed at their own 44-yard line. Hemmelgarn to the 50, to the 40, to the 30, to the 25. Nice move to the knocked out of bounds at about the 18-yard line, but a good run. No, it's not. I think you're going to call him out at about the 16 or 17-yard line. But
excellent run there by Hemmelgarn. He's very patient. He waited for his guards to get up there through the hole. And they created a nice little wall for him, and he just took it down the sidelines and made some people miss at the end.
Mm-hmm.
And now the Rough Riders are looking at a 1st and 10 from the 17. Need to put the ball in here, need to get another stop. And I said tied, but, Joe, they could go up by a touchdown. I'd be okay with that, too.
Absolutely. Reinecke under center. Full house backfield for the Rough Riders. Give the ball to Hinkle. Hinkle's going to power it inside the 15-yard line, and they're going to spot the football at about the Van Wert 11. Ball, well, it would be on this. Well, they're going to place it at the 12-yard line, 2nd down and 5. 7:56 remaining here in the first half on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard. Hinkle again.
Keeps
just plowing forward. He's inside the 5-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal for the Rough Riders.
Bumbling, stumbling. I'll be very surprised if we don't see Aiden Hinkle touching the ball for the next 2 downs, Joe. Hopefully he doesn't take that. Hopefully he's in the end zone this next play, but they just absolutely cannot stop him from getting 3 or 4 yards here.
Good job by the offensive line up front. Morgan Sewer, Ryan Davis, Devin Shannon on the right side. It'll be 1st and goal at the 4 for the Rough Riders. Hinkle. And Hinkle takes it in. Touchdown, Rough Riders.
Why not?
Absolutely. Well, that'll make a Schaff Auto Sale video highlight for sure. So at the 7:27 mark, Aiden Hinkle takes it in from the 4-yard line. And the Rough Riders will attempt the point after out of the hold of Troglin. Bauer's kick is up, and it is good. And with 7 minutes and 27 seconds remaining in the first half, On the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard, it's the St. Mary's Rough Riders 14, the Van Wert Cougars 14. We'll take a break. We'll come right back.
Varsity Lanes, home of the Rough Riders 2018-19 Boys and Girls State Bowling Champions. Striking up delicious food, 32 taps, Queen of Hearts, and nightly food and drink specials with a great family atmosphere. Carry out is available. Stop in and see us after the game. Go Riders! Unique Awards and Signs, here to take care of your signage, graphic award, and gift customization needs. From banners for your graduate or corporate sponsors to awards recognizing those dedicated employees or champion sport teams. Stop in at 1865 Salina Road or call us at 419-394-1612.
Number 8, Brandon Bowers kicking off for the Rough Riders. Back deep for the Cougars, 20, Nate Jackson, and 21, Drew Johnson.
Jackson and Johnson back to receive the kickoff. And this kickoff is being brought to you by State Farm Insurance. Be a legend, insure your life. Bowers puts a boot to it, and Johnson will get the football, and he'll return it. He's making a couple of people miss. And finally gets run out of bounds, I believe, at about the 40-yard line. No, I'm sorry, the 35-yard line. So the Van Wert Cougars will get the ball 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line. It's all tied up. 7:20 remaining in the first half. On the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard, we're not at 14-14.
Well, we saw exactly what we talked about, needing to see a good stop and then some momentum and some energy coming back to the St. Mary's Rough Rider offense. So
Treese pulls it down and makes a couple of people miss, and he's going to be tackled by Brandon Paul, but not after he picks up good yardage. And a Van Wert first down.
So hopefully the Rough Riders can build on it here and get another stop.
It'll be 1st and 10 at the Van Wert 49-yard line.
Thank you.
Treese in the shotgun.
Jump! Number 7 on Treese pass intended for 3. Connor Pratt's incomplete.
Pass was intended for Connor Pratt. Just falls incomplete. 2nd and 10 for the Van Wert Cougars. Clock is stopped at 6:53 on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard. American Manufacturing Solutions, they're your complete supply chain solutions provider for logistics and warehousing. Give them a call. Thank them for sponsoring our scoreboard. Treese, he's got people crossing in front of him. He pulls it down, and he has a receiver wide open, and that's Cowan. Cowan makes a move, touchdown Cougars.
Wow. Not bad coverage by St. Mary's Rough Riders. Had him all bottled up. Thought he was going to be going down. Never crossed the line of scrimmage, though, and was able to pull the ball out at the last second. And unfortunately, when you're able to scramble around that long, somebody's going to be open down the field a lot of times.
Makes a couple of people miss, makes a nice move, and gets it into the end zone. 2014 with the point after coming. McCracken's kick is up. McCracken's kick is good, and with 6:39 remaining here in the first half. On the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard, it's the Van Wert Cougars 20, the St. Mary's Rough Riders 14. We'll be back with the Van Wert kickoff right after this.
Proud to be a sponsor for tonight's game on Rider Nation Station. Rider Rooter supports all Memorial High School athletics as the official booster group of Memorial High School. They have been providing financial support to Rough Rider sports for over 40 years. Thanks to the Rough Rider community for all your support. Let Prudential Advisors help you tackle your financial challenges. Call Denny Louth, Financial Advisory, and Kelsey Burke, Financial Planner, at 419-394-8879. Buffalo Wild Wings in St. Mary's, proud to support Rough Rider athletics and the Memorial student athletes. Join Buffalo Wild Wings for each Rough Riders football game, streamed on Rider Nation Station. Buffalo Wild Wings, wings, drinks, sports.
Van Wert will be kicking off to the St. Mary's Rough Riders, and this kickoff return is brought to you by State Farm Insurance. Be a legend, insure your life. Troglin to the 35, right up the middle.
Go, young man.
He is tackled, but not before he gets the football out to the 43-yard line.
Starting to get the feeling that it's just going to be a heavyweight fight here, Joe. Punch after punch after punch by the offenses. And who's going to end up at the end?
First and 10 for the Rough Riders at their own 43-yard line. Wedding, and not much of a game. Good defense there by the Van Wert Cougars. And on the stop for the Cougars was Jacob Fierst, 6'2", 195-pound sophomore. Tell you what, when you look at the Van Wert Cougars, Zach, they are extremely young up front offensively, and pretty much the same on the defensive side, as they've got 3 juniors and 1 sophomore on their front 4. Split backs in the backfield. Reineke wants to throw the football. He's going up top, and he overthrows Troglin.
St. Mary's fans wanted a flag there, but I think the contact was a little late.
I think it was pretty good coverage by the Van Wert defense.
Troglin's come off the field a little injured on his arm there. Hopefully it's just a stinger.
I think he fell on his shoulder. We'll see it here on the replay.
Yep.
Yeah.
3rd and 11, Joe.
3rd down 11 for the Rough Riders. Big play here. Reineke's going to drop back. You're going to set up the screen to Hinkle. And the Van Wert defense has it smelled out. And the first player in on the play for the Van Wert Cougars was Aiden Pratt.
Yeah.
So it'll bring up 4th down and long for the Rough Riders.
Unfortunately, when it's 3rd and 11, that's one of the plays that the defense is looking for now is the screen pass. You can't catch them off guard as much.
Brandon Bowers to do the punting. Punting it away, really, in all honesty. It's not a particularly good punt, but it is a good punt in the fact that they kick it away from Owen Treese. The ball will be placed at the Van Wert 36-yard line where the Cougars will set up shop. They'll have it 1st and 10, 5:11 remaining here in the first half. 21-14, Cougars lead on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard.
I want to give a shout out to everybody watching us at all of our sponsors tonight, Varsity Lanes,
Guarneri's,
JT,
and Pub, JT's. So we appreciate everybody tuning in.
Buffalo Wild Wings, of course. Got a nice picture earlier of myself up there with Mark Sisko, the pregame.
Treese is going to swing it out to Jackson. Good defense by the Rough Riders. Brandon Paul, Tanner Howell in on the stop for the Rough Riders. That's good defensive play. That should make the Shaft video highlight reel. Before you buy, give them a try. Call Aaron High. You know what? He's the car guy. Shaft Auto Sales. They're located in St. Mary's. Treese rolls to the right, and he overthrows Jackson.
Wow, that was fortunately it was a overthrown pass because Nate Jackson had a lot of space in front of him if he caught that.
Aiden Hinkle's going to check in on the defensive side for the Rough Riders. It'll bring up 3rd down, and we'll call it a long 8. Ball will be placed at the Van Wert 38-yard line, 4:36 remaining on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard. And, of course, Zach and I are high above the stadium tonight in our all-glaze equipment rentals skybox. That pass is incomplete.
Caught it. Very good job of very nice catch there by Drew Johnson, but out of bounds, fortunately, for St. Mary's. Great job by the St. Mary's defender of making sure that he was not coming down in bounds with that. So number 11, Braden Himmelgarn again. Seen him all over the field tonight. like you said, welcome back.
Absolutely.
21, Drew Johnson in
Drew
punt.
Johnson will do the punting for the Van Wert Cougars. Back to receive the punt for the Rough Riders. Again, it'll be Dylan Troglin and Tanner Howell. They'll be standing at their own 35-yard line. Good snap. Johnson, not a particularly good kick. Line drive taken by Tanner Howell. Breaks a tackle, but is stopped.
It's nice to see an aggressive return there by Tanner Howell.
Jacob Fierstein on the tackle for the Van Wert Cougars. If not, Tanner Howell had some room.
Yeah, might have gone the distance. Just
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Rough Riders at their own 45-yard line. 4:21 remaining here in the first half. Henkel, right side again. And we'll give him a gain of about 4 on the play. Keep in mind the Rough Riders come into tonight's ball game as the #1 rushing team in the Western Buckeye League. They're averaging 252 yards on the ground per game.
it feels like they're going to maybe double that tonight, Joe.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Give the ball back up to Henkel. Same play again. They'll give him a couple. The ball will be placed in Van Wert territory at the Van Wert 49-yard line. Clock continues to run, 3:40 and ticking here in the first half. Rough Riders trail on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard, 21-14. Well, I got a question for you. Have you got it all set up that you're going to get some stats at halftime?
I believe we're going to get some timely text messages that are going to have some stats on them. Hopefully.
Of course, we don't have that luxury here in our Skybox facility to have a monitor beside us with.
Right. Not like at home. Big 4th down here, Joe. 4th and 1.
Rough Rider fans below us.
Sneak.
First and 10. They're going to.
It's going to be close. They're not giving them great.
Well, this official here didn't give him a good spot.
I don't really know how the side officials can do that. Yeah.
The referee says it's enough for a first down.
Good.
So good line surge by the Rough Rider offensive line. Gavin Reinecke.
The wing officials came in there a little nervous.
I thought they were going to place it at the 40-yard line.
But yeah, fortunately.
Or the 45-yard line.
Yeah. Fortunately, the official in the defensive backfield was able to come up and give him the first down.
1st and 10. Rough Riders at the Van Wert 44. Counter back to Troglin.
Get going
to the 35-yard line. Good run by the Rough Riders on the counter back.
Yeah, that counter's, it should be there the way that Van Wert is flying around. Just it's about picking it up at the right time. Here on the replay, you can see the holes wide open for Troglin. As you were saying, even Doug Spencer could run through that hole, couldn't?
I don't know. Reinecke, counter back, it comes to Hemmelgarn. Hemmelgarn across the 30-yard line, and they'll be tackled at the Van Wert 27-yard line.
Now, the nice thing is from all these counter plays, absolute pancake block there, as you saw in the replay. Wasn't able to pick out the number for St. Mary's, but excellent pancake block. The nice thing about these counters is as they keep working, Van Wert's not going to be able to keep flowing to the sweep. Now the sweep's going to open back up.
Hemmelgarn. Nice run again by Braden Hemmelgarn. He'll be tackled at the Van Wert 20-yard line, so we'll give him a gain of 7 on the play. Clock is ticking, 1:35 remaining.
And there was a sweep right there,
here
Joe.
in the first half on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard. Henkel. It'll be first down.
Number 380 Hinkle on the carry.
Running behind Ryan Davis and Morgan Sewer.
Yeah, very impressive with the offensive line tonight. And the backs are seeing these holes and
absolutely, and they're running, and the backs are running hard.
Absolutely, and making plays downfield.
Ball's loose on the ground, and the Rough Riders turn it over. Boy, I tell you what, that'll give a head coach gray hair.
Yeah.
Or no hair, whatever the case may be in some situations. But the Rough Riders moving the football and they put it on the turf.
We've talked about that. It's been all season a penalty or a turnover. Putting plenty of yards on the ground, but not finishing the drive, and usually it's a penalty or a turnover that's causing it. Defense needs to be careful here. If I'm Van Wert, I'm probably taking a shot down the field here early, although there is only a minute left here in the second quarter. Maybe they'll play it safe, but with that offense, not sure about that. I want to give a shout-out to Eric Dunlap watching from Hex Landing. Bonnie Lopez watching from Black Angus on Main here in Van Wert. Got some Van Wert viewers. That's not bad.
Jackson in motion. Treese pulls it down. Breaks a couple of tackles, and
Treese on the keeper.
they'll mark the ball at about the 19-yard line. So we'll give him a gain of about 4. We'll call it second down and 6. Clock is running on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard. 41 seconds remaining.
Both teams still have 3 timeouts, but Van Wert looks content to just let the clock run out here, Joe.
I got a question for you. I just noticed this a play or two ago. Tell me where the play clock is.
Don't have one on this field, and it's not required to have one yet.
Seriously?
Yep, we were talking about that the other day.
I did not know that.
The
99% of the stadiums we go to have a play clock.
Yep.
Treese on the quarterback draw right up the middle, and he's on the move. He'll cross the 35-yard line and be tackled at the 36-yard line by Hemmelgarn, Brandon Paul.
Clock will stop for the chains to move, but doesn't look like Van Wert's calling a timeout. I don't know if we'll see another play or not. 7 seconds left.
Well, the clock is running. That's going to be the end of the first half. With the score on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard, it's the Van Wert Cougars 21, the St. Mary's Rough Riders 14. We'll be back with halftime right after this.
St. Mary's, proud to support Rough Rider athletics and the Memorial Student Athletes. Join Buffalo Wild Wings for each Rough Riders football game, streamed on Rider Nation Station. Buffalo Wild Wings, wings, drinks, sports. Miller Funeral Home has been serving the Rough Rider community in its time of need since the 70s. Our business is a family affair, dedicated to serving families with integrity, dignity, and compassion. Miller Funeral Home, proud to be a supporter of the Rough Rider community.
Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success and supporter of the Rider Nation and St. Mary's community.
Fellowship of Christian Athletes is a middle school and high school club looking to spread God's love throughout numerous schools and communities of our local area. FCA's favorite play of the game is both teams joining together in prayer at the conclusion of the game. God bless you, sports fans.
Take your game day party to the next level with a new TV and Sonos sound system from Fowler's TV in St. Mary's. A Sonos sound system takes all the action into every room of your home and outdoors. Break your home into zones and control the content and level right from your phone or tablet, enabling you to enjoy the game or not with the touch of a finger. Add a security camera system connected to your TV from Fowler's, and never leave another friend stuck outside in the cold. Fowler's TV, taking game day to the next level.
VFW 9289's mission is to honor all veterans, past, present, and future. Come on out on Football Friday nights to watch the live stream of Rough Rider football. VFW 9289, a proud sponsor of Rider Nation Station.
All righty, we welcome you back to Van Wert, Ohio. Joe Hurlbert alongside Zach Farrell, where we are at halftime. And the Van Wert Cougars lead on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard by a score of 21-14. Of course, again, we'd like to say hey to everybody that has tuned in to Rider Nation Station for the broadcast tonight, and appreciate you being with it. You had some people. We'll give a shout out maybe possibly later, but you got any statistics yet for our friend Andy Ramel? Are we still waiting?
Not yet. We're still waiting. So I promise we'll hopefully get it here by the end of the half. But
well, Zach, when you look at the first half, it was really this was probably the best first half of football the Rough Riders have put together offensively. Defensively, of course, I'm sure Coach Doug Fry's not happy with the 21 points the defense have allotted. But nonetheless, the offense put 14 points on the board. And it was really all, like you said, it was like Van Wert scored, St. Mary's scored, Van Wert scored, St. Mary's scored. And And then just Van Wert put one more touchdown on the board to lead this ball game 21-14. But he has to be pleased at the way the offense have moved the football. Of course, he's not happy about the Rough Riders putting the ball on the ground.
Absolutely not. We've seen it all year long. We've been able to put drives together, but they've been stopped by penalties. They've been stopped by turnovers. We have seen a lot better running tonight, though, by the Rough Riders overall. So I think we've seen about a full game's worth of stats in the first half here. So that's excellent. Yeah, you got to be happy. You really got to be happy with your offense. I think you can't have a mistake, especially against this Van Wert offense, this high-powered Van Wert offense that is scoring left and right. Here we're seeing on the screen one of Van Wert's plays early on. Definitely, I know going back in that locker room, one thing that they're going to bring up is that coverage right there.
Yeah.
They've caught him on it twice. Got to look at their video, which they can do now. They can look at the video at halftime, see what the coverage was and why that's where that's coming from, and keep in mind that's going to probably happen again. And we're also seeing here that that touchdown by Braden Himmelgarn, what an asset to have back on the field. It's great to see that senior back on the field. Only 6 games this year. Hated to see him have to miss 2, but getting him back in there now, getting him for Shawnee next week, and of course the Cross Lake rivalry against Salina for the final week. It would be great to have Braden Himmelgarn. But defensively for St. Mary's, I don't know if 21 points is unacceptable as a defense in the first half. I get that, but you're stopping them mostly. They're not marching the ball down the field. Right. They're just making some big plays. So if you can stop that big play, they have stopped them on enough drives to keep your team in it. If the St. Mary's offense could have eliminated that mistake there on that last drive, we're going into halftime 21-21 and excellent, looking better.
And, of course, in their last possession of the first half, the Rough Riders were moving the football, and there you see the score by Aiden Hinkle. And I'll tell you what, he had, I think, 3 possession carries in that particular drive that just moved the football. And you might as well, like you said, continue to give it to him because they're not stopping him.
Yeah,
and give the right side of the Rough Rider offense a lot of credit.
Yeah, absolutely. I know early on you saw that they were running Hinkle up the middle and they couldn't stop him. So I think that Doug Fry needs to and he knows, and he's going to talk to his talk to his coaches, but they're going to have to. Doug Fry offense always needs to have that hammer up the middle.
Right.
When I was on the team, it was Bo Fry. He has to have that fullback to keep him honest up the middle and to get those 2 or 3 yards that set up the 3rd and 4, the 3rd and 3, which is much more manageable in this offense. As we saw, unfortunately, more manageable compared to a 3rd and 11 or something like that. So,
well, right now the Van Wert High School Marching Band is performing for this crowd here. It was homecoming tonight here at, I want to say Eggers. Is that it?
I think it's Eggers, but Eggers. It could be Eagers. I don't know.
Who knows?
It's spelled very different, Joe. That's what I noticed.
It is.
Eggers.
Exactly.
I don't think I knew how to pronounce it when I was in high school and played here, and I haven't learned anything in 15 years.
To make it simple, we'll call it Van Wert High School Football Stadium. So we're going to take a break, and when we come back, Zach will have the statistics and more as our halftime show continues from Van Wert right after this.
Sometimes you just don't want to get out of your car. That's why TSC has made it easy for you to pay your bill. We have drive-up payment drop boxes at our St. Mary's and Wapakoneta offices. Just pull in, drive around, and drop off your payment. Just one more convenience to show you how much we appreciate you.
TSC. Give us a call and see. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. Call TSC.
St. Mary's American Legion Post 323. Veterans serving veterans, as well as veterans serving the St. Mary's community. You're always welcome to stop at the Post, especially on Football Friday nights to watch the live stream of Rough Rider football. Post 323, a true friend of veterans, St. Mary's, and Rider Nation Station.
American Manufacturing Solutions is proud to invest in St. Mary's and proud to sponsor Rough Rider football. Think AMS, think logistics, done right. AMS is your complete supply chain solutions provider. Have electrical service needs? AMS can take care of that too. Call us at 419-300-1007 or visit us at AmericanMFGSolutions.com.
In Van Wert, Ohio, Joe Hurlbert alongside Zach Farrell. Rider Nation Station bringing you tonight's ball game between the St. Mary's Rough Riders and the Van Wert Cougars. And right now the Rough Riders find themselves a touchdown down here at halftime as they trail the Van Wert Cougars by a score of 21-14. As you can see on your screen, Zach and I are high above Eggers Stadium in the All Glaze Equipment Rental Skybox, which is on the St. Mary's side of the field. But we're glad that All Glaze Equipment Rental allowed us and the opportunity to let us use the Skybox tonight, which is actually a scissor lift. But nonetheless, we're going to call it the Skybox. But here to take a look at the numbers in the first half, once again, here's Zach.
Yeah, it'd be nice if we were in, CNC Loft and Lounge having a Charlie Burger, or
that's true.
Guarneri's having a calzone.
Absolutely.
B-Dubs having some wings, or Varsity Lanes having some pizza there too.
Absolutely.
But here we are, and it's starting to get a little chilly up here, Joe. So I want to remind you can't shiver too much because this thing is not going to hold up. So,
and I'll tell you something that Doug told us earlier. It's not about how high we are; it's all about impact.
yeah, we'll probably live if we fall. So, wanted to go over the stats here. First downs even for the both teams. 8 for St. Mary's, 8 for Van Wert. Very interesting because it's kind of what we've seen on the field. Both teams moving the ball. Total yards, St. Mary's 208, Van Wert 279. St. Mary's 2 passing completions on 4 attempts for 1 touchdown. Van Wert 11 completions on 20 attempts for 1 interception and 3 touchdowns. Passing net yards, St. Mary's 61, Van Wert 198. Rushing attempts, St. Mary's 28 rushes for 147 yards. Van Wert 14 rushes for 81 yards. St. Mary's 2 fumbles and 2 lost. Van Wert no fumbles, no losses there, obviously. Only 1 penalty, a pretty clean night on the penalty board. 1 penalty for 5 yards for St. Mary's and none for Van Wert. Punts tonight. Forget the punts. Third down conversions. Big tail here. St. Mary's is 0 for 5 on third down. St. Mary's Van Wert 3 for 8 on third down conversions. Punts 3 for St. Mary's for 99 total yards. Average punt of 33 yards. Van Wert 4 punts for a total of 94 yards. Average punt of 23 yards. Average drive start for the 44-yard line for St. Mary's, the 26-yard line for Van Wert. Time of possession is about equal as well. 12 minutes and 44 seconds for St. Mary's. 11 minutes and 16 seconds for Van Wert. We can go over the individual if you want, or
well, let's take a break real quick.
Okay.
We're going to put another 3 minutes back on the clock as the St. Mary's Rough Riders
actually
just redeemed.
We're gonna. Sorry, Joe.
Go ahead.
We're gonna actually show the quilt on the field.
Okay.
So before we take a break,
It's going to be raffled off for the Salina game.
Okay. So
one
the
right there.
St. Mary's Memorial High School Alumni Foundation is raffling off a custom-made Rough Rider football blanket. You can see it on your screen right now. It's being raffled off October 2nd at the Salina game. Tickets are $1 each or 6 for $5. You can contact any Rough Rider alumni member.
Or go to Queen of Hearts drawing tomorrow, and it'll be on sale there.
Okay. It'll also be on sale at the Queen of Hearts drawing tomorrow. So we hope that everybody out there is able to support the Rough Rider Alumni Association. Also, in lieu of the chili supper being canceled this year, the Alumni Foundation are selling chicken and pork chop dinners. The cost of the dinners is $9, which includes 1 free raffle ticket for this quilt. So the tickets can be purchased at Minster Bank or contact Diana Dominguez Pendleton or Doug Spencer by September 25th. Dinners can be picked up at the Commons at the high school on October 2nd from 4 to 6 p.m. So
Absolutely.
a lot going on there in
Absolutely.
order to support the St. Mary's Memorial High School Alumni Foundation. They do great work. Of course, they have the Hall of Fame each year, and we want to make sure that they're supported in this year when they can't have their chili supper.
Well, we've got about 1:42 before we return back to action, but let's keep it right here. Let's take a look at the individual stats.
Sure.
You have them. Let's do that.
Let me get that pulled back up here. So for St. Mary's, the leaders there, Gavin Reinecke, two passes on 4 attempts for 61 yards. Rushing for St. Mary's, Aiden Hinkle, 11 rushes for 47 yards. Braden Hemmelgarn, 6 rushes for 59 yards. Dylan Troglin, 5 rushes for 31 yards. Not seeing it too much tonight from Wedding. Hopefully we'll see more of him in the second half. Receiving tonight, Braden Hemmelgarn, that 1 catch for 66 yards on that touchdown. For Van Wert, Owen Treese, of course, as their passer, 20 attempts, 11 completions, 198 yards, 3 TDs, and an interception. That's not a bad first half stats. Owen Treese on rushing, 9 rushes for 73 yards. Of course, that 30-yard rush was his longest scamper there.
Mm-hmm.
And for receiving for Van Wert, we have, I just have rushes here. I don't have the receiving stats yet, Joe.
Well, the big receiver, obviously, for Van Wert has been Drew Johnson.
Drew Johnson, yeah.
He's caught 2 touchdown passes from Owen Treese. Both of them were big yardage.
Yeah, actually, he has. I found it here. So, Drew Johnson was thrown to 7 times, 4 catches for 126 yards, 88 yards being his longest, and 2 TDs. Joe got a couple minutes here till 8:13. Just wanted to remind you.
That's exactly from the information that I have received. The International Space Station tonight is visible in the area, and it's supposed to come through the area, and it's supposed to come from the southwest, I believe, at 8:13. And with clear skies, wherever you may be, you have an opportunity to see the International Space Station. I don't know if we'll get to see it at our location tonight, but it's time now for the second half action as the Rough Riders will get the football to start the second half. And this kickoff return is being brought to you by State Farm Insurance. Be a legend, insure your life.
Another short pooch kick. Fair caught
by Brandon Bowers. So the Rough Riders will have the ball, 1st and 10. We'll see.
I think that was actually number 6, Ethan Wedding, on that.
Wedding.
Yep. I think they moved Wedding up in there to potentially try to take advantage of one of those pooches.
Aiden Eigenbrod wide to the left. It'll be Hinkle up the middle. So give him a good gain of about 5 yards on the play. The ball will be placed at the St. Mary's 41-yard line. Just underway here at Van Wert Stadium. Joe Hurlbert, Zach Farrell, glad to have you along on Rider Nation Station. Of course, next week we'll be following the Rough Riders as they're on the road, and they'll take on the Shawnee Indians from Shawnee. We'll be there to bring you the live telecast.
Rumbling, bumbling.
It'll be a first down for the Rough Riders. Nice run by Hinkle.
Yeah, no real reason to stop giving it to Aiden Hinkle right
Absolutely
up the middle. They haven't been able to stop him. You know, every once in a while they hold him to 2 or 3 yards, but
and again, you got
they can stop you.
Give a lot of kudos to that offensive line, anchored by Chase Jacobs, and you got Brian Ward, Stosh Patterson, Ryan Davis, Morgan Sewer, and Devin Shannon. Counter back with Wedding. And we'll give him a gain of a couple on the play. So we'll call it second down and second down and 9. We'll give him a gain of 1. The ball will be placed right at midfield. Clock is running here in the third quarter. 10:40 remaining.
Well, I think Van Wert definitely probably took a lot of looks at that counter play at halftime.
Troglin in motion. Reinecke goes straight back, and he's got a man open, and it's
Hemmelgarn.
And he's got it. No, it's incomplete.
Wow.
Boy, Hemmelgarn had it, and then it was almost taken away and knocked down, but finally when it's all said and done, it's incomplete.
Yeah, Drew Johnson was on the coverage on that, and it looked like, ball hit the ground there. Hemmelgarn had the ball. As he's coming to the ground, the ball fell out here on the replay.
This is going to be a nice look right here.
Yep. Falls out, hits the ground, and Drew Johnson grabs it. Almost went from a big, nice pass to interception, but fortunately just incomplete.
Eigenbrod wide to the left. Troglin in motion. Hinkle up the middle. And he just knocks a couple of people over. And he's going to be close to a Rough Rider first down.
It's pretty nice when it's 3rd and 10 and you can run a trap for 11 yards, Joe. It's going to be close. They're going to give him a first.
Yeah, first down. Clock continues to run here in the 3rd quarter. Riders trail 21-14 on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard. 10-10 remaining here in the 3rd quarter.
Interesting to see what they do here on first down, Joe. I think they want to keep it up the middle with Hayden, but they also want to Hinkle, but they want to take some shots down the field too.
Hinkle with another nice game. We'll give him a gain of 6 on the play. We'll call it 2nd down and 4. The ball will be placed at the Van Wert Cougar 35-yard line.
I know as a former offensive lineman, if I'm getting 5 yards on these inside dives and traps, I just want them to keep running it up the middle.
Until they get it figured out.
Say, they can't stop me, Coach.
Quarterback sneak by Gavin Reineke. He'll be close to a Rough Rider first down. We'll call it 3rd down and 2.
I think what we're seeing here a little bit is that Van Wert's moving their defensive tackles typically in the middle, that they're over the guards or over the center. They're moving them pretty far outside to try to take away that little off-tackle dive that was hurting them by Hinkle. And coaches are seeing that and saying, fine, you're going to move these guys outside. We'll go ahead and just run QB sneaks for 4 or 5 yards.
Absolutely. 3rd down and 2 for the Rough Riders. Ball at the Van Wert 33-yard line. Wedding in motion. Hinkle on the right side this time. We'll see if he has the first down. It's going to be close. It'll depend on where the officials mark the football.
They're going to say 4th down.
So it's going to be 4th down, and we're going to call it a, 1. 89 checks into the ball game for the Rough Riders. That's Trace Mabry. He's going to anchor a little bit to give the Rough Riders a little more beef on the offensive line. Full house backfield for the Rough Riders. Reineke calls the signals. Long count. And we've got all kinds of craziness taking place. I think it's a false start.
I think that was actually a delay of game.
Was it?
Well, no, maybe it was a false start there. Aiden Hinkle down the middle.
Yep. So Dave Weilbacher, penalty. Dave Weilbacher, attorney at law. For all your legal needs, give Dave a call. So now it'll bring up 4th down and 6. And the Rough Riders are going to go for it.
Rough Riders need this right here.
Reineke 3-step drop, and he just throws it too high. Pass intended for Dylan Troglin, and the Rough Riders will turn it over on downs. And the Van Wert Cougars will have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line. 7:29 remaining.
I like that call there. You know, you got
a delay of game. It was
a delay of game.
It was a delay of game.
Okay.
Again, because we don't have a play clock here, you know, we don't know that, and the players on the field do not know that as well.
And what Coach was doing there was a long count, trying to get the defense to jump off sides. And when you don't have a play clock on the field, you don't know. It's a little harder. You got to pay attention to your officials to try to figure out when the play clock is running out here.
Jackson in motion. Treese pulls it down on the quarterback draw. The Rough Riders were there. Good job by Hunter Foltz, Dylan Giesige, Hunter Fraley in on the stop.
Yeah, there's not going to be any quit in this defense, Joe. They're going to
they won't.
They're going to keep it up, keep the pressure on them all night. Just need to just avoid the big play.
We'll give him a gain of 1. We'll call it second down and 9. Jackson in motion. Treese being flushed out of the pocket. Brandon Paul had him, but he's slipped. And the pass is complete to number 5. That is Ian Cowan.
Yeah, just a good job by Treese of rolling out to the right. Definitely some pressure coming in there from St. Mary's, and unfortunately for the St. Mary's defender, didn't take a good angle on him.
And a good job for the by the Cougar receiver, Ian Cowan, to come back to the football.
Right. Got to recognize that your quarterback's rolling outside. You break off your route and you come back for it.
3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Treese quarterback draw right back up the middle. He breaks a couple of tackles and picks up good yardage. He'll be close to a Cougar first down. It is a first down. We'll give him a gain of 10 on the play, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Cougars. The ball will be placed at the St. Mary's 42-yard line. Clock is moving. 6:09 remaining here in the third quarter. Jackson on the reception. Good catch and good run after the gain. So he'll get another Van Wert first down. So they'll move the chains. So
Van Wert's really
won't. I'm sorry. He'll be
a little short.
He'll be short of a first down.
2nd and 1. Van Wert's really attacking the flats. I wondered early on in the game, they threw a lot of those outs and they were wide open and they were able to connect a couple of them. They kind of went away from him. Didn't try anything after that. So now they're looking at those outs, and they're also putting some people in motion, and they're throwing them out into those flat areas. Unfortunately, we saw OG take advantage of that last week a few times.
Treese pulls it down, jumps over his own player. He'll get a first down. And he is brought down at the Rough Rider. Call it 20. Well, that's a good question.
Looking here on the replay, so he's allowed to hurdle there because the player was laying on the ground. You're not allowed to hurdle a guy that's on his feet. So if anybody's wondering at home if he was allowed to hurdle there. Oof.
Pass was intended for Ian Cowan. It's incomplete.
Break up there by 7, Dylan Troglin. 2nd and 10 for the Cougars.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Van Wert Cougars. Clock is stopped at 5:08 on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard.
We talked a couple weeks ago about that hurdle, Joe, and Mark Sisko explained that if any other part of the body besides the feet are touching the ground, then you can hurdle. So if it's just the feet, you can't hurdle over them.
Brandon Paul had a shot at him, and I think he eventually was in on the tackle, but
good job on the pursuit there by the Rough Rider defense. Haven't really seen too much rushing from Van Wert that's caught St. Mary's off tonight.
So it'll bring up 3rd down and 10. The ball is at the Rough Rider 24-yard line. Clock is running at 4:38 on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard. And it's kickoff.
He's going down the sidelines, Joe.
He's got blockers out in front of him, and he's going to
score, Joe.
This is Hemmelgarn.
He's going to score, Joe.
Touchdown, Rough Riders.
Welcome back.
I'm sorry. That was
Hemmelgarn.
Absolutely.
Welcome back, Brandon Hemmelgarn.
Gee whiz.
Absolutely. What a game.
Good return. Good interception. Nice blocking by the Rough Rider defense. He breaks a couple of tackles. Down the far sideline he goes.
Wow.
And puts it in the end zone.
It's like he caught it about the maybe the 12-yard line.
This is a big point after by Bowers. Snap, kick is up, kick is good. And on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard with 4:21 remaining here in the third quarter, it's the Van Wert Cougars 21, the St. Mary's Rough Riders 21. We'll be back with the Rough Rider kickoff right after this.
Chancellor Committee would like to remind you of these upcoming events. October the 16th is Community T-Shirt Day. The deadline to order is October the 4th. Jamba Hoops Chicken Dinner, $10 each. on October the 16th. Deadline to order is October the 2nd. For additional information on these events and many more to come, visit www.tailgateforcancer.com.
All righty, 4:21 remaining on the interception by Braden Hemmelgarn. And a nice return. And we'll get the official one, and I'm sure that Andy Ramel will have that for you, and hopefully he'll get that to you as to exactly how far that was. But it was a good 75 for sure.
Yeah, easily. I think it was definitely behind the 20-yard line, so at least 80 yards.
Right.
Maybe I think it was around 88 yards, Joe. Or it had flashbacks of Mike Elson in the state championship game it was a 99-yard run down that same sideline.
This kickoff is being brought to you by State Farm Insurance. Be a legend, insure your life. State Farm Insurance. And a nice return. And we've got a Dave Weilbacher, attorney at law, penalty flag on the field, and it's a hold on the Van Wert Cougars, so this one's coming back.
Let's try to see here if we can see the hold.
Drew Johnson on the return.
Hard to see on the replay there, but I'll take blocking the back is what the announcer says.
Yep. I thought I saw the official say hold at one time.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, we got a moment and they get their things set up. We'd like to thank Greg Broyles and All Glaze Equipment Rental for allowing us to use the All Glaze Equipment Rental skybox tonight.
There's another angle. Yep.
Blocking the back.
Blocking the back right there. Looks like on number 45.
Brandon Paulin on the tackle as Treese pulled it down. Tell you what, I'm going to be honest with you. I think that Braden Hemmelgarn interception for a touchdown will make the Schaff Auto Sale video highlights, which you'll be able to see sometime tomorrow. It's posted on Rider Nation Station. All the highlights of tonight's ball game and all the highlights of the games previous are found on Rider Nation Station. Check it out on the YouTube channel.
Thank you to Larry Schaff Auto Sales and Aaron High, the car guy, for sponsoring that highlight film.
Treese has a man in motion, rolls to his left, and the pass is
looks like it's caught.
Ian Pratt. So it'll be a gain of about 4 on the play. We'll call it
3rd and 5, probably.
Yeah, it'll be 5. It can't leave a gain of 5. We'll call it 3rd and 5. Big play for the Rough Rider defense. Rough Riders jump, and penalty is going to be called on the Rough Riders. So another Dave Weilbacher, attorney at law, penalty on the play, and that should be close to a Van Wert first down.
Well, you like to see that aggressiveness by the D lineman, but still going to be a little short of the first down.
Yep.
So
we'll call it 3rd down and less than 1 to go for a Van Wert first down. Ball is placed at the Van Wert.
Well, I think you're going to
22-yard line.
Either going to see a draw here by that quarterback, or we're going to see him try to throw it over the top.
I think Treese is going to try to get it himself.
Yep.
Right up the middle.
Ooh.
This is going to be close, but I think he's picked up the first down. Yep, they're going to move him. So it'll be first down for the Van Wert Cougars. The ball will be placed at the Van Wert 24-yard line.
Now, looking at that replay, we had a chance to grab him. 29 just couldn't get in there.
2:25 remaining here in the third quarter. They're going to go up top and deep, and pass was intended for Pratt.
Wow.
Well,
wow.
Let's check this one out.
Watch this replay. I didn't think there was enough contact before.
That's what I was kind of thinking. I thought it was going to call pass interference.
Wow.
Another day of Weilbacher, attorney at law penalty.
We thought maybe it was for a horse collar there.
Yeah, it looked like he grabbed him down, but it wasn't. Just pass interference, and it's not where the it's not where the spot of the foul is. It's going to be marked off for it to be first down.
Okay,
so, Here comes Jackson. Nate Jackson on the run.
Oh, I'll tell you what, the Rough Rider defense is fired up after that call. I didn't see it, Joe. That there was not enough contact before the ball was down. We got an injured player on the field. Oh, you check out that replay.
Well, with 2 minutes and
one.
1 second remaining here in the third quarter, we'll take a break. Jackson is injured. We'll take a quick break. We'll come right back right after this.
First and 10 at the Cougar 41-yard line.
Sometimes you just don't want to get out of your car. That's why TSC has made it easy for you to pay your bill. We have drive-up payment drop boxes at our St. Mary's and Wapakoneta offices. Just pull in, drive around, and drop off your payment. Just one more convenience to show you how much we appreciate you.
TSC.
1:50 remaining here in the third quarter. Second down and 6.
Oh.
Pass from Treese was intended for Pratt.
And it just feels like every ball that gets tipped or deflected tonight, Joe, is going to be intercepted. At least I'm hoping so. Big third down here, Joe. 3rd and 6. Ball on the 43-yard line. So absolutely a spot that the Rough Rider defense needs to step up here. Don't think Van Wert would go for it on the 4th. Probably would punt it, but tied game.
Big play for the Rough Rider defense here. It would be 3rd down and 6, ball placed at the Van Wert 43-yard line. Treese rolls to his right. He's looking downfield, pressure by the Riders. He throws it on back. And it'll be first down for the Van Wert Cougars.
I don't know if that was designed that way, Joe, but it was very, very impressive. Rolled all the way to the right, was looking down the field, and his receiver was kind of waiting for a throwback just in the middle.
Pass was caught by Connor Pratt. It'll be a first down. Rough Riders did a good job of chasing him out of the pocket, but then he just was able to find Connor Pratt, and he threw back across the defense. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Van Wert Cougars. Ball is placed at the Rough Rider 49-yard line. Treese right up the middle. And he'll get to the Rough Rider 38-yard line. Well, there's some jawing going on.
Yeah, the St. Mary's fans wanted a little bit of unnecessary roughness or personal foul for a little bit of extra pushing after the play by Van Wert. Didn't get it. Did get looked like a umpire gave him a warning.
Treese in the shotgun. 2nd down and 1. They're going all the way down, and touchdown, Drew Johnson. Again,
same play.
Post play. This is the 3rd time that the Rough Riders have gotten beaten on that particular pass route.
Rough Rider fans wanted a hold there. Yeah, kind of looked like maybe a hold there on the Rough Rider defender coming around the end. But nonetheless, touchdown, yeah.
With 19 seconds remaining here in the third quarter, 27-21 with the point after touchdown coming by McCracken.
Drew Johnson just way too open down the middle of the field.
And the point after touchdown is good. And with 19 seconds remaining here in the third quarter, it's the Van Wert Cougars 28, the St. Mary's Rough Riders 21. We'll be back with the final 19 seconds right after this.
1, 2, 3, call TSC.
St. Mary's American Legion Post 323. Veterans serving veterans, as well as veterans serving the St. Mary's community. You're always welcome to stop at the Post, especially on Football Friday nights to watch the live stream of Rough Rider football. Post 323, a true friend of veterans, St. Mary's, and Rider Nation Station.
All right, we welcome you back to Van Wert. Joe Hurlbert alongside Zach Farrell. The Van Wert Cougars scored on a touchdown pass from Owen Treese to Drew Johnson. It's 28-21. Cougars lead. This kickoff return is being brought to you by State Farm Insurance. Be a legend. Insure your life. State Farm Insurance.
Hope everyone out there is staying warm at the VFW and American Legion, or wherever you may be watching us back in St. Mary's. There's a lot of Rough Rider faithful on this side.
Short kick will go out of bounds.
Fans on this side want them to kick it again. Joe, we're a little bit more up close and personal with our fan base this week.
Yes, we are.
We're hearing a lot more than we can in the press box.
So they are going to kick it again. So they're going to march the football back, and they're going to do it again. No time ran off the clock. We still have 19 seconds remaining here in the third quarter on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard.
Yep. So you have the option as the receiving team to take the ball at the 35-yard line or make him re-kick with a 10-yard penalty, and Doug Fry's going to make him re-kick. I like the call. You say either kick it to us deep or go ahead and keep trying to kick it this little pooch, and we'll let it go out of bounds again.
Line drive kick taken by Troglin. Troglin will get it to about the 43-yard line. So the Rough Riders will set up shop once again. 13 seconds remaining on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard.
Ball to the 43-yard line. First down and 10 for the Rough Riders.
Well, here we go, Joe. Another punch by Van Wert in this heavyweight fight. Now we need to see the St. Mary's offense come back and respond.
Quick pitch, it goes to Henkel. Henkel sweeping left, picks up good yards. Nice run.
Rumbling.
That's about a 15-yard gain by Aiden Henkel.
It's the first time we've seen.
Go ahead.
That's the first time we've seen that play tonight, Joe. That quick toss to the fullback.
That's a good look at the hole he's got.
Yeah.
Good move. Good run. And that's the end of the third quarter with the score on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard. The Van Wert Cougars 28, the St. Mary's Rough Riders 21. It's time now for another Big Ralph Rider replay brought to you by our friends at Guarneri's Pizzeria and Pub, home of the signature Big Ralph sub, pizza, and calzone. Give them a call at 419-394-2244. We hope you enjoy this edition of the Big Ralph Rider replay.
Burnside standing to zone 23-yard line. In punt formation. Good snap, has time. Here comes John Dicer, but he gets a good kick away in the direction of Chet Nouse, who makes the catch. Chet gets a block, gets one, gets two, turns the corner. Chet, 50, 40, 40, 35. He's on his way. He's at the 30, 25. He's going to catch him. Chet Nouse is going to go all the way. Touchdown, Rough Riders, no flag.
Chet Nouse.
Still see Chet around town every now and then.
Do you?
Yep. Wherever you are out there, hope you're listening, Chet, and enjoyed that Big Ralph Rider replay.
Absolutely. Well, we start the fourth and final quarter. The Rough Riders find themselves down by 7, 28-21. It's 1st and 10. Rough Riders, they have the ball at the Van Wert 40-yard line. This is a big, big series for the Rough Riders. See if they can punch it in and tie this ball game up. Aiden Hinkle right up the middle for the Rough Riders, and they'll give him a gain of about 5 on the play.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what, they can't stop him. He's like he's a freight train.
5-yard gain.
Aiden Hinkle, like the Hinkle Field House in Indianapolis. He's running like a field house.
Absolutely. We'll turn. We'll give it to Hinkle, left side.
Boom.
And they'll get to the 30-yard line. It'll be close to a Rough Rider first down. We'll call it 3rd down and a short one for St. Mary's.
I think is really good about it. The way he runs, Joe, too, is he's got that bruising style, but he's also got some vision downfield. He's not afraid to pick his feet up. He's not always falling over.
3rd down, Hinkle that'll be a first down. So the Rough Riders will get a new set of downs. Clock is stopped while they move the change. Both teams have all 3 of their timeouts left. We'll see it if they come into play later on.
Yeah, big first down there. And I think we'll see a healthy dose of Aiden Hinkle up the middle until Van Wert can stop it. Maybe back to that toss sweep, though. Wouldn't be a bad idea either.
Hinkle on the left to the right side this time. Good job blocking up front by Morgan Sewer at right tackle, and right guard is Ryan Davis.
St. Mary's has switched to this full house backfield.
We'll give him a gain of 4. We'll call it second down and 6. Clock is running on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard. 10:30 remaining in the football contest. Troglin, guy's got a hole.
Nice move.
And he hangs onto the football, and he'll be close to a first down.
Excellent job of getting into the hole, making the cut, and then when it got locked up here on the replay, into the hole, make a cut, and then just try to make some moves there. Third down and 1.
Third down and 1. Clock is running. 10 minutes remaining in the football contest. Riders trail 28-21 on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard. I think the Riders are in 4-down territory. If they don't make it here, they'll get another shot, but they're going to get the first down. Nice run again by Aiden Hinkle off the right side of that Rough Rider offensive front.
Yeah, it's the offensive line is pushing their guys 2 or 3 yards down the field. Hinkle's got a full head of steam. He's getting hit maybe 4 yards down the field and pulling them another 2 or 3 after that. Excellent.
Ethan Wedding on the carry for the Rough Riders.
Wedding's been a little quiet tonight rushing the ball, but he's done a great job of blocking on a lot of these plays. Stayed in the game, kept his head in the game, and you got to be ready in this offense when your number gets called. You got to come out of there. It doesn't matter how many times you touch the ball tonight. You got to be ready to run it hard, and great run there.
Quick pitch. It goes to Hinkle, right side. He puts his shoulder down and bangs off a couple of people, and he's close. To the goal line.
Gonna be a little short.
Man. Whew. I'll tell you what, he punishes people and getting up real slow.
Excellent replay here, Joe. Watch him, boom, run over number 50, boom, run over another.
Number 76 at the bottom of the pile, Turner Witten gets up a little slow off that particular defensive stop.
Rumbling, bumbling.
First down and 3. And a quarterback sneak.
It's close to end, Joe.
Number 9, Gavin Reineke on the keeper.
And it's going to be third down, I believe.
Third down and about 2 inches, Joe.
Or second down.
Second down.
It's going to be second down and less than 1 for the Rough Riders. Clock is at 8:10 and
great job by our camera crew tonight getting this great shot here. Doug Spencer, Mark Huber, Howie Spencer.
Howie's on one, isn't he?
Yep. Lucy Spencer in the truck with Rich. Just a Spencer affair out here.
Turn, Hinkle, touchdown Riders.
Untouched to the end zone. Excellent job on that right side of that offensive line. Devin Shannon, Morgan Sewer, Ryan Davis.
Absolutely.
Jacobs in the middle. Just a very classic Rough Rider drive right there, Joe. Inside, outside.
So the Rough Riders score with 7:49 remaining. They 28-27 with the point after coming. Bowers' kick is up, and it is. Hello?
Kick is good, but
we have a Dave Weilbacher penalty on the play.
There's encroachment on the defense there.
So what do we do? We decline it?
I
Or was it before the snap?
It was before the snap, so I believe, yep, it was just a practice kick there.
So we'll get a do-over.
And you got another couple inches closer to the goal line, I think about running with Aiden Hinkle, but
Well, there you go.
Coach Fry's smarter than I am, Joe, so he's going to go ahead and kick the extra point.
Troglin will hold. Kick is up. Kick is good. So with 7:49 remaining in the football contest, on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard, it's the St. Mary's Rough Riders 28, the Van Wert Cougars 28. Back with the Rough Rider kickoff right after this.
And proud to sponsor Rough Rider football. Think AMS, think logistics, done right. AMS is your complete supply chain solutions provider. Have electrical service needs? AMS can take care of that too. Call us at 419-300-1007 or visit us at AmericanMFGSolutions.com.
For all your insurance needs, see homegrown, hometown agent Lori Yelton and her team, Doug, Susan, and Becky, at 215 East Spring Street in downtown St. Mary's, Ohio. Be a legend. Insure your life.
All righty, this Rough Rider kickoff is being brought to you by State Farm Insurance. Be a legend, insure your life. State Farm Insurance, nice kickoff by Bowers. It'll be taken by
Jackson. It's tough when it's 21 and 20, and it's Johnson and Jackson.
Yep, and Nate and Drew. And so,
yep.
So we saw Nate Jackson injured earlier, and he hobbled off the field under his own power, but he was able to come back in the ball game and return that kickoff. So we've got 7:44 remaining on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard in this football game. It's tied up 28-28, and you're absolutely right. Cougars throw a punch, Riders throw a punch. Cougars throw a punch, Riders throw a punch.
Great game if you like offensive football.
Absolutely. One of the things the Rough Riders have to contend with is that post pattern across the middle with Drew Johnson.
Oh, there it is. It's open again.
And, and there he is.
It's wide open.
He goes all the way to Johnson. He's got some speed, and he's going to take it for a Van Wert touchdown.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
Just absolutely wide open again, Joe. Exact same route. Drew Johnson on that inside. Cuts across the middle. Splits the defense.
Wow.
It's about his fourth time tonight running that same play.
It is.
Two deep safeties for St. Mary's, and he's just splitting them. He's going right in the middle, and they're looking confused about which one is supposed to cover him deep.
And Damon McCracken will attempt the point after touchdown, and it's up, and it is no good. So it is no good. So the point after attempt by Damon McCracken was blocked, and the point after touchdown is no good. So here it is on our instant replay.
Let's see who got a hand on it. Oh,
it's kind of hard to see from
hard
that
to see there. It looked
angle,
like somebody maybe with a yellow glove. If we got number 6, maybe Ethan Wedding.
Might have, but nonetheless, with 7:29 remaining here in the football game, it's the Van Wert Cougars 34, the Rough Riders 28. We'll be back with the Van Wert kickoff right after this.
Yeah, I think it's number 6, Ethan Wedding there with that golden glove.
Looking to renovate your home, former Rough Rider football standout Craig Hewert is your go-to man. Hewert Renovating is an all-phase residential specialist with over 40 years experience and an A+ Better Business Bureau rating. Improve your investment by giving Hewert Renovating a call at 419-394-8643.
Do you find yourself faced with injustice?
7:29 remaining in the football contest. Cougars lead 34-28. This kickoff return is being brought to you by State Farm Insurance. Be a legend, insure your life.
Returnable ball here, Joe.
There's Tanner Howe, I believe, on the return.
Yeah, that was very close to going all the way. There was a lot of great job. The St. Mary's coaches took a little bit longer time talking to their kick return team about setting that up. And they were able to set up basically their normal walls on the kick return, even though it was a pooch kick again.
We've got an injured player on the field, so we've got an injury timeout. So with 7:22 remaining in the football game, it's the Cougars leading the Rough Riders 34-28. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
Attorney David Walbach. at 216-225-9181. That's attorney David Walbacher for all your legal needs.
Guarneri's Pizzeria and Pub has partnered with Rider Nation Station this season so that every Friday night, Guarneri's can be Rough Rider Football Central. Guarneri's will be streaming Rough Rider football live every Friday night at 7, paired with your favorite Rider aid. Make sure to call and make your reservations now to ensure yourself a good seat. Call Guarneri's at 419-394-2244 and make your reservation today. And go Riders!
Rough Riders had the football, 1st and 10. Quick pitch to Hinkle going to the right. Rough Rider defense swarm in on the tackle.
Yeah, that Van Wert defense is going to key on Aiden Hinkle this drive, definitely.
It'll be no gain for the Rough Riders. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Clock continues to run. We're under 7 minutes.
Now, we had a nice classic Rough Rider drive. We need another one here that eats up the clock. 6 minutes and counting, 6 minutes and 45 seconds and counting. We need that clock to get eaten up.
Wedding on the tackle. We'll give him a gain of about 2 on the play, or maybe 1. And we'll call it 2nd down and 9 for the for the Rough Riders.
Now that's just Nate Jackson did a great job of getting off of his block and blowing that play up.
This is a big play for the Rough Rider offense.
It is.
Van Wert fans are on their feet. Rough Riders need a big play right here.
3rd down and 9. Definitely need to get close to a 1st down at least. Passing it down the field.
And pass was intended for Troglin, and he threw it into triple coverage. We saw him do that last week. It was a nice pass, but it was broken up by the Rough Rider, by the Van Wert Cougar defense. I think Owen Treese was back there to knock it away. So Brandon Bowers will be back to do the punting for the St. Mary's Rough Riders. Owen Treese will be standing at his own 25-yard line to receive the punt. Bowers. Low line drive kick. He'll get a Rough Rider roll.
Punt.
And it'll be down at about the 15-yard line. So the Van Wert Cougars will have it 1st and 10. And again, it was the same play. The last time the Cougars had the ball, it was a Owen Treese to Drew Johnson over the middle pass. It's the 4th time we've seen that happen. We want to make mention the fact that the Braden Hemmelgarn interception return was how far?
86 yards.
86 yards.
Unofficially, of course. We'll have to review the film, but 86-yard touchdown or interception return.
Treese, quarterback keeper. Rough Riders have him. He breaks a tackle. He's going to the right. Jumps over a defender and picks up good yardage. Made something out of nothing. And that's, again, the senior quarterback, the veteran.
Yeah, he's definitely seems to picked up his confidence here a little bit more in the second half, although, made a lot of great plays in the first half as well.
Keep in mind, Treese came into tonight's ball game 2nd in the Western Buckeye League in passing, and tonight didn't hurt those numbers any at all.
Nope.
Hey, somebody check a holding call out one.
Clock is moving. 5:09 remaining in the football game. The Rough Riders trail 34-28 on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard. Here comes Drew Johnson. He's going to run it this time. He cuts back across the field, and he breaks it. He's got one man to beat. And Hemmelgarn brings him down.
Good sure tackle there by Hemmelgarn.
Or he'd have been standing in the end zone.
Yep. Let's watch this replay here. They put Drew Johnson in motion. Nice little handoff. And had him pretty well bundled up.
This tackle there.
Yeah.
This tackle there.
Just cuts it back to the opposite side.
Ooh, that was close to a horse collar tackle, too.
Yeah. As Mark told us, though, in the show this week, it has to be completely behind the shoulders. So if you get any bit of the shoulder with it, it's not supposed to be a horse tackle. So good no call there by the officials.
First down and 10 for the Van Wert Cougars. The ball will be placed at the Rough Rider 40-yard line. Man in motion. Treese right up the middle. Good job at the bottom of the pile will be Hunter Foltz, and I'm sure Ethan Wedding is in there as well.
Yep. Yeah, Van Wert probably thinking about we need to run this clock a little bit here.
We're under 4 minutes to go in the ball game. 3:57 and moving.
That being said, can't forget about the Drew Johnson over the middle.
American Manufacturing Solutions, our scoreboard sponsor. Check out their electrical division for all your electrical needs. Jackson with the football. Rough Riders in pursuit. Good job there by the Rough Rider defense. Tackle by Brandon Paul.
They had taken
Ryan Giesecke.
They had taken Drew Johnson out of the game. You wondered where they were going to go to it. Of course, they decided to run it with Jackson. It's been Treese, Jackson, and Johnson all night.
That's it.
Johnson's back in the game, Joe, at that slot position. Looks like they're moving him.
They're going to move him to the left side of the formation.
That's where he's made this pass from. I think they're going to run the same route if I had to guess, Joe.
We got a Dave Weilbacher attorney-at-law penalty on the play.
False start on Van Wert. That'll bring up 3rd down and 15.
The Riders need a takeaway for sure. 2:42 remaining in the football game. Riders trail 34-28 on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard.
Still have their timeouts. But this is what they need right here, 3rd down.
Clock is on the move. Riders need a stop. It's 3rd down and 15. The ball is on the St. Mary's 44-yard line. Treese. And it was almost picked off by Dylan Troglin.
That brings up 4th and 15. I would think they're punting, but they're keeping their offense on the field for now. Now here comes the punt team.
Drew Johnson will do the punting for the Van Wert Cougars. Back to receive the punt will be Dylan Troglin and Tanner Howell.
Well, the defense got the job done, Joe. Got to stop.
Now it'll be up to the offense to see if they can take it down and put some points on the board. And I'll tell you what, if they can do it and they can get the PAT, that block point after for the Rough Riders was big. Oh, almost blocked by Brandon Paul. Tanner Howell has it on the return, and he gets what he can.
Well, this is what you look for as a St. Mary's offensive player. 2 minutes, 11 seconds left on the clock. Down by 6 points. Starting the ball on your own 24. It's your time. March down the field, score.
Absolutely. Tanner Howell will check into the football game offensively. He'll be at one halfback spot.
It's moments like this why you play the game, Joe.
Absolutely.
They're in shotgun.
Absolutely. Reineke's in the shotgun formation. He's back there by himself. Puts a man in motion. Quick pitch out. It goes to Troglin. He's got a block, and he's going up the sideline. Now, wait a minute.
That's horse collar.
No penalty called, but that was. Maybe we can see it here on the replay, how close it was to a horse collar tackle.
I like that. Nope. He had him. He had him by the
around the front.
In the front. Good no call there by the officials.
Nonetheless, it was a first down by the Rough Riders. 2:04 remaining in the game. Reineke rolls to his right, and he throws it out. Pass was intended for Eidenbrod. Hayden Eidenbrod. Pass is incomplete.
Well, we're getting to see the St. Mary's 2-minute offense here, Joe, and I got to be honest, they don't look too bad.
1:59 remaining in the game.
Reineke looks a little bit more comfortable actually passing out of this.
Yeah. 2nd down and 10. Ball's placed at the Rough Rider 35-yard line. Clock is stopped till the snap of the football. Quick pass that comes out to Troglin. Troglin's got to make a couple of moves. He does. And he's going to be run out of bounds. So good athletic move by Dylan Troglin. As a matter of fact, they had him stopped for a loss on the play, but was able to break a tackle and get what he could out of the play.
Good job, too, by Brandon Bowers coming back to block. Gets a hand on his guy, but stays off of his back to not get a penalty there. Big 3rd down and 7 here, Joe.
This is big. This is 4 down territory for the Rough Riders for sure.
Yep.
Reineke, out pass. It goes. Nice catch. It's a
Nice
first down.
catch. Clock will stop.
Brandon Bowers on the reception. The clock will stop. That was a first down. That was a big play, folks. That's big. Nice camera
Gavin
work.
Reineke looks very comfortable out of the shotgun. We're seeing this.
We got a timeout on the field with 1:44 remaining. We'll take a break. We'll come right back right after this.
Rental is your source for all your equipment needs. Whether you're a contractor or a homeowner with a project, we can help get the job done more efficiently. Check us out at 1900 Salina Road or AllGlazeEquipmentRental.com or just call 419-394-7883. All Glaze Equipment Rental.
St. Mary's Foundry wants to take this opportunity to give a big shout out to all our local teams, wishing them a safe and extraordinary season. And speaking of great teams, St. Mary's Foundry would like to thank its very own team of hardworking employees for their loyalty and dedication. If you're looking for rewarding challenges and first-string wages and benefits, check us out at stmfoundry.com or on hometownopportunities.com. St. Mary's Foundry, where iron and ingenuity meet.
Back to Van Wert Football Stadium. Joe Hurlbert, Craig, Zach Farrell. And we got a pass was intended for Ethan Wedding. He got behind the defender. The pass.
Wow.
It was a good pass, in all honesty.
Yeah.
Your philosophy on that particular type of pass is if your receiver can't get to it, then you want nobody to get to it.
Must have missed him by 6 inches, Joe.
Yeah.
Not very, very close. Yeah, nice. Like that play call too. Going for it right there.
1:38 remaining in the football game. Riders trail 34-28 on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard. Reineke in the shotgun by himself. Nice pass that comes out to Tanner Howe. Little double clutch.
In all honesty, Joe, the team didn't get a lot of contact this year early on.
And they missed a lot of 7-on-7, which is a lot of timing type stuff with receiver and quarterback.
So it's great to see that they're able to put this 2-minute offense together because they look very comfortable. They look like they've practiced it a lot.
We've got a Van Wert timeout on the field with 1 minute and 31 seconds remaining. The Rough Riders trail 34-28. We'll take a quick break. We'll come right back right after this.
Vogel's Bake Shop, making thousands of fresh donuts daily, open 7 days a week with stores in St. Mary's, Salina, and Walpole. Also now found in Wagner's IGA in New Bremen, Minster, and Fort Laramie.
For all your sporting good needs, visit Albert Sporting Goods at 121 West Spring Street, serving the St. Mary's community since 1980.
Back at Van Wert, Joe Hurlbert alongside Zach Farrell. St. Mary's Rough Riders trail the Van Wert Cougars 34-28. We've got 1 minute and 31 seconds remaining in the football contest. The Rough Riders have the football, 3rd down and 3. The ball is at the Van Wert 48-yard line. Van Wert has 2 timeouts remaining. The Rough Riders have 2 timeouts remaining. This is a big drive for the St. Mary's Rough Riders.
Absolutely.
Reineke in the shotgun by himself. He'll roll to his left. He's got plenty of time. He's got, they threw it back to Hemmelgarn. And Hemmelgarn, it wasn't a good pass. Wasn't a good pass.
With Hemmelgarn
had slipped as well.
Had him open, though. It was
good call.
Good call. Excellent throwback.
So this is a 4th down and 3.
Wow.
This is the ball game right here.
Yep.
Reineke in the shotgun. Nice pass. Good. Nice pass to Troglin. Good call.
Ice water running through his veins, Joe.
Clock is stopped while they move the chains.
I thought they maybe would try to roll him out, give him a chance to run it for a few yards if he doesn't see something open. But they put him in the pocket. They trusted. I tell you what, for a wing T offensive line, we're seeing some pretty good pass blocking.
1st and 10 Rough Riders. Clock is moving. 1:06 remaining.
Screen.
Good job. Throw it into the ground. They're going to call intentional grounding is what they're going to call.
I think the wing official is coming in and saying there is a running back within 10 yards. We're going to see it here. Tanner Howe was within 10 yards, and I think we're going to see him pick up the flag.
Yep. I'll wave it off. Yep.
You can see here he throws it in the ground, and Tanner Howe's there.
Yeah.
We'll have to have Mark Cisco look at that in rules of the game this week. But
2nd down and 10, 1 minute and 2 seconds remaining. The ball is at the Van Wert 37-yard line. Rough Riders dodge a bullet there as they pick up the penalty flag. So it'll be Gavin Reineke in the shotgun. Hemmelgarn wide to the right. He's going to run a post pattern. They're looking for him, and they're going deep.
Oh, that's
now there's a pass interference. Oh,
wow.
mercy.
Wow.
Now, I'm going to tell you, here's the deal. Here's the issue that I have. That is no different than the pass interference call that was called on the Rough Riders.
Oh, my gosh.
On a Van Wert receiver that ran down the sideline in the 3rd quarter.
Number 3 was just riding the back the entire time. And they pushed him. Yeah, that's unbelievable. And there's we've talked about this before with Mark Cisco. There is no rule for uncatchable pass in high school football. So they're allowed to use their discretion if it's so crazy out of the way. But that wasn't.
3rd down and 10, 55 seconds. Big play again for the Rough Rider offense. Reineke rolls to his left, throws it out. Nice pass to Wedding. That's going to be close to a Rough Rider 1st down. It's not even going to be close, is it? It's going to be 4th down and about 2. And the Rough Riders will call timeout, I believe, with 44 seconds. The Riders trail 34-28. They still have the football. We'll be back and check out the outcome of this particular drive right after this.
Varsity Lanes, home of the Rough Riders 2018-19 Boys and Girls State Bowling Champions. Striking up delicious food, 32 taps, Queen of Hearts, and nightly food and drink specials with a great family atmosphere. Carry out is available. Stop in and see us after the game. Go Riders! Unique Awards and Signs, here to take care of your signage, graphic award, and gift customization needs. From banners for your graduate or corporate sponsors to awards recognizing those dedicated employees or champion sport teams. Stop in at 1865 Salina Road or call us at 419-394-1612.
Well, welcome back to Van Wert Stadium. We want to thank all those sponsors for helping us bring you Rough Rider football. Also, Grand Lake Health Systems, one of our newer sponsors. I want to thank you. We couldn't do it without you guys. Thanks, Grand Lake Health Systems.
4th down and 3 for the Rough Riders. They put it on the ground, and that is going to be pretty much the ball game.
Just a disaster there. Right? Good.
It was almost like Ethan Wedding ran into the football.
Yeah. Put Wedding in motion and snapped it at the same time that Wedding was coming behind. Yep. Not a bad snap, and
but Wedding
was right there.
Wedding was in motion. The ball hit him. Ball went to the ground, and that's going to be the ball game. The Van Wert Cougars will probably take a knee, and they're going to win this ball game 34-28 to run their record to 4-0 on the season. The St. Mary's Rough Riders, with the loss, will run their record to 2-2. A lot of good things happened for the Rough Riders tonight. I saw a lot of positive things. The passing game improved tremendously, and I'll tell you what, they had some big offensive passing plays tonight.
Absolutely. You did not see a Rough Rider team tonight that was really getting outplayed by Van Wert at all.
I don't think so.
You saw a team that was able, at least offensively, to match them step for step. Fumble down there close to the red zone at the end of the half, where if you could have got a score there, could have made a big difference. And then fumble here at the end of the game, which I believe brings to three or four fumbles for the night for St. Mary's that they lost. Yeah. And so you see a lot of positive things on both sides of the ball, because I think really defensively, they gave up 34 points, but it was mostly on bigger plays. You saw them really buckle down when they needed to, and you saw them take away some of the smaller plays, some of the more traditional things. So things that they can definitely clean up.
I think so.
You hate to say the regular season's record doesn't matter, but we don't have a WBL championship this year. Everybody's going into the playoffs week 7, so you hope that you can learn from what you did tonight. Say, guys, we're a pretty good team here. Yeah. We get these couple things cleaned up, and we're going to be okay.
I agree. So the final score from Van Wert, it's the Van Wert Cougars 34, the St. Mary's Rough Riders 28. We'll take a break. We'll come back and sum things up. Take a look at some stats and more when we come back right after this.
Rider Raiders is proud to be a sponsor of tonight's game on Rider Nation Station. Rider Raiders supports all Memorial High School athletics as the official booster group of Memorial High School. They have been providing financial support to Rough Rider sports for over 40 years. Thanks to the Rough Rider community for all your support. Let Prudential Advisors help you tackle your financial challenges. Call Denny Louth, Financial Advisory, and Kelsey Burke, Financial Planner, at 419-394-8879.
Buffalo Wild Wings in St. Mary's, proud to support Rough Rider athletics and the Memorial student athletes. Join Buffalo Wild Wings for each Rough Riders football game, streamed on Rider Nation Station. Buffalo Wild Wings, wings, drinks, sports. Miller Funeral Home has been serving the Rough Rider community in its time of need since the 70s. Our business is a family affair, dedicated to serving families with integrity, dignity, and compassion. Miller Funeral Home, proud to be a supporter of the Rough Rider community.
Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success, and supporter of the Rider Nation and St. Mary's community.
Fellowship of Christian Athletes is a middle school and high school club looking to spread God's love throughout numerous schools and communities of our local area. FCA's favorite play of the game is both teams joining together in prayer at the conclusion of the game. God bless you, sports fans.
Back at Egger Stadium in Van Wert, Ohio, Joe Hurlbert alongside Zach Farrell, where the Rough Riders lose tonight on the road. A tough contest, 34-28. Again, we'd like to say a special thank you to Greg Broyles and the folks at All Glaze Equipment Rental for allowing us the use of the skybox tonight here at Van Wert. We appreciate that. We appreciate, again, all the folks here at Van Wert that helped us get on the telecast tonight. And, of course, Billy Ruane, who made that phone call to get things started and get everything set up. But tough loss for the Rough Riders tonight. Saw some bright spots and some things in some areas that we haven't seen this year. So I think each and every week the Rough Riders are improving. And that was no different tonight. Had some things to clean up. The Rough Riders still put the ball on the ground. They lost, I think, 3 fumbles tonight. The Rough Rider defensive secondary had some confusion back there. And, of course, Owen Trees to Drew Johnson. That combination was absolutely deadly tonight. And we'll see that as we look at some of the individual stats. But you have anything as of yet from the stats? Of course, again, we want to thank a lot of the people that made tonight's broadcast, telecast possible. Again, Grand Lake Health Systems for all their support with what they do and allowing us to be on the air. B-Dubs, Guarneri's Pizzeria and Pub. Hewer Renovating was our halftime sponsor and post-game sponsor.
CNC Loft and Lounge, CNC everybody back there.
Stop by and get a infamous Charlie burger.
everybody back at Varsity Lanes.
Absolutely. So we just thank all those fine folks. So,
oh, my stats are downloading, Joe. So we'll see as fast as the Verizon network goes here.
So I'll tell you what we're going to do. Let's take a quick break, and then we come back. Hopefully, we'll have the stats for you, and we'll put this one to bed here at Eager Stadium in Van Wert. We'll be back right after this.
Take your game day party to the next level with a new TV and Sonos sound system from Fowler's TV in St. Mary's. A Sonos sound system takes all the action into every room of your home and outdoors. Break your home into zones and control the content and level right from your phone or tablet, enabling you to enjoy the game or not with the touch of a finger. Add a security camera system connected to your TV from Fowler's, and never leave another friend stuck outside in the cold. Fowler's TV, taking game day to the next level.
VFW 9289's mission is to honor all veterans, past, present, and future. Come on out on Football Friday nights to watch the live stream of Rough Rider football. VFW 9289, a proud sponsor of Rider Nation Station.
Welcome back to Egger Stadium in Van Wert. Joe Herbert along with Zach Farrell. I'm going to mention this before we get off the air. In lieu of the chili supper, the Alumni Foundation, they're selling chicken and pork chop dinners. The cost of the dinners are $9, which also includes a free raffle ticket to win that Afghan that we showed earlier in the broadcast. The tickets can be purchased at Minster Bank, or they can contact Diana
Dominguez
Pendleton, or Doug Spencer by September 25th. The dinners can be picked up at the Commons on October 2nd from 4 to 6 p.m. So they appreciate your support. So let's take a look at some of the highlights in the ball game. I think we have the one of the pass interference no call. This one just didn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, you can see right here.
Right there. Oh, without question.
Yeah.
Without question. And again, there's no such thing as incidental contact or not able to, it's a non-catchable ball. That doesn't exist in high school football. But that was obviously, to me, a pass interference call, because that is no different than the one that was called on the far side of the field on the St. Mary's side. And this is the mistiming, if you will. Wedding was in motion, and they snapped the football, and he was able. It was just, and it hit him, and basically hit him. So
I don't know if it's a miscommunication or just a little bit of a miscalculation between the quarterback and Wedding, but two people there where the ball was and not able to grab it. So
you have the stats.
Got some stats for you, Joe, here at the end of the game. First downs, 17 for St. Mary's, 17 for Van Wert. Total yards, 332 for St. Mary's, 497 for Van Wert.
Wow.
St. Mary's had 8 completions on 18 attempts for 1 touchdown passing. Van Wert had 17 completions on 30 attempts for 2 interceptions and 5 touchdowns. Passing for St. Mary's, 107 net yards. A lot there on that last drive. Van Wert, 342 yards passing. St. Mary's rushing, 49 rushes for 225 yards. Van Wert, 28 rushes for 155 yards. Big stat here, fumbles for St. Mary's, 3, lost 2 of them, but the one that they didn't lose was that last play where the quarterback had to lay on it or tried to pick it up there. Ended up coming up with the ball, so didn't lose that fumble, but unfortunately, that was a pretty big fumble there. Penalties for St. Mary's, 5 for 35 yards, 2 for 15 yards for Van Wert, and third down conversions, 4 for 13 St. Mary's, 5 for 12 for Van Wert. Time of possession, very similar, 24 minutes, 53 seconds for St. Mary's, 23 minutes, 7 seconds for Van Wert. Looking at some of the individual stats, Gavin Reinecke was 8 for 18 passing with 1 TD, 107 yards. Aiden Hinkle, 25 rushes for 123 yards and 2 touchdowns. Braden Himmelgarn, 6 rushes for 59 yards. Dylan Troglin, 6 rushes for 36 yards. Dylan Troglin, 7 catches for 32 yards. Braden Himmelgarn, 1 catch for 4 yards. Brandon Bowers, 1 catch for 2 yards. For Van Wert, Owen Treese, 17 completions on 30 attempts for 342 yards.
Wow.
Longest, of course, was that 88-yard touchdown. Had 5 TDs and 2 interceptions on the night.
Wow.
Yeah. Rushing for Van Wert, Owen Treese, biggest rusher, 17 rushes for 114 yards, 30 yards being his longest. Nate Johnson, 8 rushes for 10 yards. So stats, don't tell a real lopsided game.
Right.
They tell about what we saw tonight. I think the biggest stats that as St. Mary's fans that we're looking at are those fumbles, because that's what stopped the drive to allow them to get in there. As we're seeing here, a couple of the plays from the night started off very promising. You don't always give game balls in losses, but Braden Himmelgarn me would have mine.
Absolutely. Had a nice reception there for a touchdown, and he also had an 86-yard interception for a touchdown.
Yeah, absolutely. Very rarely do you have that type of an impact on both sides of the ball.
Right.
Braden Himmelgarn, welcome back, and we'll look forward to seeing him the rest of the season.
Well, of course, we want to make mention that Rider Nation Station will be on the road with these Rough Riders next Friday night. It will be on the air around 6:50, 6:45. With a pregame show, and we'll be at Shawnee to bring you the game between the St. Mary's Rough Riders and the Shawnee Indians. And again, here the final score is the Van Wert Cougars 34-28 for the St. Mary's Rough Riders.
Don't forget to check out our shows during the week. Doug Price Show with Joe Hurlbert. I think it premieres every Thursday night.
And rules of the game with Zach Farrell and Mark Sisko. And I'm sure there's a couple of calls in this particular game that we'll get a little bit of clarification on, I'm sure.
Yeah, you can say that again.
So once again, from Eager Stadium in Van Wert, Ohio, the final score, the Van Wert Cougars 34, the St. Mary's Rough Riders 28. For my colleague, Zach Farrell, and our entire Rider Nation Station staff tonight that brought you the game, Mark Huber, Howie Spencer, Doug Spencer on camera, Dave Weilbacher, Lucy Spencer in the truck, along with Rich Spencer. We want to thank you all for tuning in to watching Rough Rider football on Rider Nation Station. Once again, the final score from Eager Stadium in Van Wert, the Van Wert Cougars 34, the St. Mary's Rough Riders 28. I'm Joe Hurlbert for Zach Farrell. We'll see you next week with more Rough Rider football as we travel to Shawnee to bring you the game between the St. Mary's Rough Riders and the Shawnee Indians. Until then, so long, everyone. Thanks for watching.
For Cancer Committee would like to remind you of these upcoming events. October the 16th is Community T-Shirt Day. The deadline to order is October the 4th. Jamba Hoops Chicken Dinner, $10 each on October the 16th. Deadline to order is October the 2nd. For additional information on these events and many more to come, visit www.tailgateforcancer.com.